Hello everyone! Happy Sunday, Andrew here. Today we're going to play Neo Cab. Build ID 43B5EBO4D 2020 813 7:51 p.m. As opposed to any other build. Sound balance is good? Oh, glad to hear it. So, let's get started. In an automated world, NeoCab is the last bastion of the cab driver to compete Okay. Los Ojos, California. Or at least 20 miles outside of Los Ojos. There comes a point in any long drive where your mind goes a little, off the road. It's like the flashing lines in the highway hypnotize you in some weird way. Like it's normal to talk to the clouds, or come up with a name for the 100th Joshua tree you pass in this endless desert. I was officially at that point, and so was Jojo. Only 40 miles to go. To Los Ojos, my new life, my oldest friend. It was like a gift when Savvy called me last week. My life was going nowhere fast, and she knew it. It used to be her life, too. Losing jobs to Capra's AI. Juggling a dozen gigs and still coming up short. Getting way too comfortable just being sad. So when she offered to be roomies again, this time at her place in the big city, it didn't matter anymore what had come between us. Or what we'd said when we were angry. All that mattered was the road ahead. That and the battery charges that had set me back 30 coin. Nothing like rolling into your new life completely broke. No problem, this is cool. You're a driver, just drive. If I could pick up even one ride out here, I'd be in a better place. Hang on a second. Let's drop that a little bit. Maybe even get a fancy here's to us cocktail with Savvy like old times. Hey, Lindy. I started up NeoCab. Okay, so those of us just joining us, we're a cab driver. Our best friend that we seem to have, at least our paths in life have diverged, has offered to be roommates, so we're moving to the big city with no money. My guess, she's going to die, or get kidnapped or something, and we're going to have to use our elite cab driving skills to solve the mystery of her disappearance. Alright, we shall start our shift. We have a 4.9 driver rating. We are good. Hey Lou, won't be able to stay, got stuff going on. Okay, well, hope everything's cool. Don't text and drive, yells Brian. Alright, so here's our journal. We're going to Los Ojos. Gotta get snacks and pajamas and books and toothbrush. We're so very excited. Yes, yes. Top Neo cab driver in Cactus Flats. No, Los Ojos. Alright, moving costs. $10 of boxes, coins of tape, charge, sell the bed and the desk and the stuff. Got a new outfit. Spent 33, and we're gonna go see our buddy Savvy. Okay, I guess that's all we've written in our journal. It's a new journal, so. We have 73 coin. Okay. So let's see if we can find someone out here in the middle of the oh, hey, look, there just so happens to be some dude out in the middle of the desert. Let's pick him up. Hopefully he's not an axe murderer. No, he's a photographer, I'm guessing. Is he out at night taking pictures of the Joshua trees? Alright. Let's go get him. For a second, I thought maybe Liam had put his pin in the wrong place. I think Liam's the dude we're picking up. This didn't feel like a convenient pickup spot for anyone. I could barely make him out at first. All I saw was desert and dusk. Then I spotted him, a lone figure dragging what looked like a huge luggage or a small elephant along the highway. He got into the car, bags first, and squeezed in like he was their sidekick. Hey. So, is our rearview mirror a digital display and not a reflective surface? Because I'm seeing that rolling bar go across it occasionally. The future! That's right. If you have a glitch, then you can't see behind you. That seems safe. Maybe it switches to a reflective surface if it goes out. Who knows? Alright. Hi. Pick up for Liam. Want to make sure we have the right guy and all. Ellipsis. You are Liam, right? Yeah, sure. I could feel his anxiety creeping up from the back seat. I can't help it. I absorb that stuff like a sponge. Yes, thank God, yes, okay. Sorry about that. Oh, man. Everything okay back there, Liam? I spent all day out there in the desert taking photos of the stars and the low skyline? Los Ojos, okay, yeah. I thought I'd lost my memory card. Bastard's smaller than a grain of rice. Why do they keep making them smaller? Damn, my heart's racing. His accent was smooth and musical, but I couldn't quite place it. Definitely not Southern California. Anyway, hello, Lena, right? Said on the app. Yeah, that's me. I'm not an axe murderer. Awesome! Thanks for picking me up all the way out here in Nowheresville. Imagine hacking someone's rearview mirror and messing with them by making it look like they're about to be rear-ended. Or there's someone in the back seat. You know, ah! Or even something innocuous like a cat sleeping on the, you know, the back window. Yeah, no problem, buddy. I was headed this way anyway. Plus, Neocab goes where Capra fears to tread. Where are you coming from? Cactus Flats. I don't know that one. Going to the big city on holiday? More like a permanent vacation. This car's carrying my whole life right now. I'm moving. Moving! That's huge! How are you feeling? I don't know. I think I'm excited, nervous, I don't know what to... I think I'm excited. I've never been to Los Ojos before. Stop it. This is your first time in Automation City? Is that crazy? No, I mean, yes, moving somewhere you've never even visited. But damn, it's also very cool. Don't sweat it, it's mine too, though I'm just visiting. For work? Sort of, I'm a photographer, or trying to be. I'm taking a year off from my real job to see what I can make happen. A year to travel the world and take pictures. That's the dream. Savvy and I had talked about doing something like that after college, until I couldn't go. Instead, she met a guy, a sculptor, and lived that dream with him. If I ever see that son of a bitch, I'll kill him. They broke up after a screaming fight in Milan, and she came home with a half-finished clay figure of herself. She always loved playing the muse. So, what about you? Why Los Ojos? I'm moving in with my best friend. I actually haven't seen her in ages. We used to be super close, and then we kind of weren't. Why did that just slip out? I always forget how easy it is to spill your secrets when you're only making eye contact with the road in front of you. It's a good thing to make eye contact with when you're driving, especially when you're responsible for the people riding with you. For sure. I've moved a lot. UK, France, Canada, now here. Sort of fading in and out of different friend groups, maintaining most of my relationships online. Yeah, exactly. So why now? What made you make the leap? She asked. All she ever had to do was ask. I just realized that my life isn't as good without her in it. I love that. Sometimes it's just the only thing that makes sense, right? Exactly. It'll be a fresh start for us. I hope. Guess this photography thing is sort of my fresh start. So, while you're getting the keys to your new place tonight, I'll probably be out snapping pictures of Capper Tower. Capper Tower? Gross. I mean, I hope you get some good shots. Your emotional state affects which options you can choose. Heat flared into bit. Okay? I hope you get some good shots. Heat flared into my face. Just hearing that name made me furious. So, can I not choose this? So I do not have the right emotional okay, I'm too pissed to be nice. Okay, I think that's what we're going for here. It's like, I would say the nice thing, but I'm so angry. Doing a cover shoot for multinational monster magazine. Hey, whoa, it's just a beautiful building. Yeah, you can afford beautiful buildings when you have a monopoly. Over the entire tech sector. Harumph. The spoils of selling out human dignity, right? He shifted in his seat and tried to smile, but it was tight, uncomfortable. You're not getting a tip now. Capra, that name carried so much baggage for me. My first driving gig, my only income stream. Before they replaced me and every other driver with auto cars. Soulless capsules of glass and plastic. But hey, those things don't need health insurance. Lindy says, don't drive angry. I tensed up just seeing their logo, which was all over the place. Nearly every passing car was one of theirs. I'm gonna drive this car into a fucking phone pole! Crawling our streets, covered in sensors, collecting data on everything and everyone. Just hearing Liam say the name had my heart pounding in my ears. Right, you're not a fan. We don't need to get into it. Remember your Yelp review. It felt like all the energy in the car had flipped. He was closed off suddenly. Cold. This is exactly why everyone says that talking politics with a PAX is the quickest way to tank your star rating. That's what I'm saying! Remember the Yelp review! My 4.9 driver rating definitely didn't want me to push him. Actually, I want to get... No. You're right. I didn't mean to be so snarky. I promise I won't drive into a phone pole or a Joshua tree. What got into me? My hackles were up, and over what? A photographer just wanted to take a picture of a famously impressive building? It was exactly what had happened with me and Savvy. I got all emotional over something that really wasn't a big deal, and I pushed her away. You're so volatile, Lena. Like, I'm looking for reasons to be sad or worried. Like, all my bad feelings just leap out of me and poison my life when actually everything was just fine. Except the fact that I need to kill at least once a week. I couldn't let that happen again with us. I'm sorry. Please don't give me a bad review. It's a pretty nice building. Okay, she's too pissy to... Okay, that's a no. I think I'm just stressed. Moving is the worst. It's all good, I just don't want to talk about it. I get there's a lot of baggage attached to Los Ojos, trust me, I really do, but I'm not here to pick it up. This week, for once, I'm just a tourist. Well, sorry again anyway. Don't worry about it, seriously. Look, if I wanted a silent ride with a brainless driver, I'd have gone with auto whatever. I'd have called a Capra. You're much more fun. As the sun went down, I could just make out the first lights of LO appearing out in the desert, suddenly like a mirage. We were almost there. The city lights spilled across my windshield as we crossed the Los Ojos city limits. He pulled out his camera and I heard the shutter clicking away behind me. Then some empty streets. Is it really late at night? Webbush Road. I thought about... I'm thinking she's thinking about Savvy. I thought about Savvy. No more nights alone. No more longing for change. I was making the change and I was ready. Here I am, Savvy. It's real. I did it. I pulled up to Liam's destination, a modest hotel. Nice, but had an art to it. Made sense. You know, this is going to be great, right? You're doing something really big and I think it's going to pay off. Get a cat, says Lindy. Thanks. Please don't give me a bad review. And sorry again for being so testy before. I'm in a capper town now, and that's... that. It's nothing. I've gotten into my share of arguments with cab drivers before. Yav? Yeah, with much worse opinions. And listen, I know you've already got a friend in town, but I'll be crisscrossing town in neocabs all week. Maybe we'll get paired up again. I'd like that, especially if you give me a good review. He shouldered his luggage and headed into his hotel, waving at me as he disappeared through the doors. I waved back. And... oh, okay. I thought she was actually going to do this. I guess I'd made it. Looks like you're running low on charge there. Perfect rating. A serendipitous ride with a spirited driver. Welcome to Los Ojos. 5 stars! We need to get gas! Your rating stayed perfect. Wait, stayed perfect? Didn't we have a 4.9? And we got $6. Or coin, or whatever the currency is. So we're in the Outer Lands, and we are low on battery. Well, there's Savvy. That's some interesting hair. Let's see. Oh, let's scroll. Go up, up, up. Oh my god, the scroll. Alright, just about to hit the road. Yes. Gonna try to pick up some packs on the way. Packs, passengers, gotta earn some coin. That's a pretty nice in-universe way of explaining that slang. I like that. Okay, I don't know what that means. Meet you at your place around 10? Alright, just past Palm Springs, in the home stretch. What's good, Lena? What's... bad news, went back to Cactus. Yeah, okay, guess where I am? Send. You better be. I'm in Los Ojos! I think that's a chuckling gif, I think. Alright. Brian says, I could never handle a job where I'm rated on every interaction. I'd be so on edge. Lindy's the same. Yeah. It'd be like 10 and 2. Don't swear. Don't hit a phone pole. Yeah. Alright. Meet you at your place? You mean our new place? Who needs emojis when you can take quick GIFs? Yep, wait, actually, come pick me up, sending you a pin. Sure. Yes! Can't believe I get to see you so soon. My rave fave, my literal favorite human. Oh my effing god, I don't know what the rest of that is. Alessio, hi Andrew, remember your Everything But Wii U videos? I do. Worked really hard on those, those were a pain in the ass to maintain. Well, you inspired me to make a similar list, but this time with games for everything but Stadia. Oh, interesting. Yeah, feel free to drop a link if you like. Can't wait, savviest. Oh, that's corny enough. Gotta use that. How long had it been since I'd seen Savvy? 6 months? No. A year? Didn't seem possible. We're gonna run out of gas. Some days it was easy to feel like she was still around because everywhere I went in Cactus Flats was soaked through with memories. Most days that just made me miss her even more. Nobody gets me like she does. Like, really gets me. Being around her made me feel like myself. Or maybe just made me like it more. I saw her up ahead and my stomach flipped. And my bowels loosened. Lena, I'm not great at social cues or anything, but I'm thinking you might have a wee bit of a crush on Savvy. L Bunny! Oh, Jesus. Savviest! I don't even know. Are you sure you want to sit way back there? Yeah, come up here. You're not a Pax. Yep, I'm trying to get that authentic private driver experience, you know? Honestly, I just feel safer back here. You're the only reason I would get into one of these things. A car? Oh my god, did you actually get prettier somehow? Damn, girl! Come on. Although I do like her hairstyle. Whatever you've been up to is working. God, seeing you again like this. It's like home, you know? Me too. Sorry, could we less talk, more vroom? Being this close to Capra HQ creeps me out. Oh, she doesn't like Capra either. Yeah, I thought it was weird you wanted to meet here. Oh, I was downtown and it's a giant eyesore, you know? Seemed easy for you to find. Brian points out links get gobbled by the spam filter in chat, but you should be able to put it in the comments after the stream ends. Yeah, sure. Everything but Stadia, huh? Sometimes, late at night, I'm lying there and I remember, huh, Stadia's a thing. Alright, let's see. Well, now I know where to... Well, now I know where to avoid. Exactly. Screech! That's a hell of a 90-degree turn there, Lena. Or L Bunny. Don't have lights like this back in the flats, right? The way we'd left things echoed in my head. Heat rushed into my cheeks. Was I turning red? My chest tightened and fluttered like I couldn't get enough air. I'd called her selfish and cried until I couldn't breathe. Right before I begged her not to leave. What was she thinking? What? I'm sorry about how we left things. I just wanted to say. Ancient history. Whatever, I'm totally over it. I mean, if it's only 5 games go ahead, but, you know, if it's any longer, save it for the comment section. Because otherwise it'll just take up the entire chat. But I'll definitely check out the video if it's done, or when it's eventually done. Let's see, what have you been up to? So did you ever get any more good... Yeah. Well, what you been up to? Tell me everything. All the disgusting, sordid details. I kind of bounced around for a while. Remember that guy who said I could crash with him and his roommates? Yeah, Dave. Definitely remember how he always called me Lisa. Turned out his roommates were more like his parents. They were super sweet and their place was nice as F, but... And oh my god, so clean. 60 games? Yeah, don't post that in the chat. That's too many for the chat. Mom gave matching sweaters. I swear I felt myself shrivel into a little ghost right then and there over the eggnog. Yikes. Very. Compared to perfect family time, social activism is way more chill. Just some fogies too afraid of their own shadows to really affect change, but I can work with that. Your necklace is changing color there, Sabby. Speaking of, I can't believe we're back in the year old Steery? This thing knows all my secrets. Is that the car? And you know I love retro as much as the next girl, but... Oh, because you steer the car, so it's a Steery as opposed to an automatic car. Okay, would you mind parking it a little down the street from my place? People would get really weird if they thought I was pro-car. It's just a big issue in my work right now, you know? Out of curiosity, are you anti-car? I mean, kinda? Nothing personal, but that's like shop talk for me. We don't have to get into it, right? Not get into a fight right away? Yeah, sounds good to me. Sure. But wait. Where are we going? What's your address? Oh yeah, pull over. You live here? No, I just remembered. I got you a present. Yep, I'll pull over. Yep. Oh no, I didn't get you anything. You're here, like, for good. That's enough for me, L Bunny. Okay, I'll pull over. Close your eyes and hold out your right hand. Are you gonna... No, unlike you, psychopath, I will not put a bug in it. It wasn't a bug, it was a caterpillar. And it was fuzzy. Oh, I remember. Come on, give me your hand. Are we gonna get matching friendship necklace that changes color? I forgot how tiny her hands were and how they were always so cold. How are your fingers freezing in the middle of the desert? Must be the ice that runs through my veins. Jace is always whining about it. Who's Jace? She slips something metallic onto my arm. If you're not going to shut your eyes, then at least stop fidgeting. It tightened to a snug fit around my wrist. Oh, handcuffs. Kinky. No, friendship bracelet. Did we get a mood bracelet? How about thank you, what is it? Do you know what it is? Is it a mood bracelet? It's a bracelet? It's a feel grid. It's a sixth gen biofeedback device. The color and intensity show your mood, basically the way you feel in your body at that exact moment. That's a great thing to show off for my passengers, thanks. You're yellow, which means you're feeling positive, and yours is glowing 3 greens, so probably because of my awesome gift. I've got a necklace okay, so I was right. Necklace edition. Now we can both have, like, total awareness of our emotional well-being. That would scare the hell out of me. You know, to take care of each other and all that junk. Aw, Saviest. It's like the best friendship bracelet necklace ever. Exactly. So, it's reading my brainwaves? Nah, read your blood. It does sound like a mood ring. It sounds like a mood ring. It totally is, except it actually works. Everything we feel is because our brain has triggered some chemical to flood our system, right? So this has a little sensor that reads all the molecules as they go surfing through your tubes. That is so cool. See, it just moved towards green, which means you just got a little chilled out. There are 4 basic colors. Yellow is like feel-good green, but higher intensity. Happy something. Red is angry, anxious, and agitated. And blue is, well, blue. I don't know. I thought it'd be really cool for you to see your colors. People can be so fake, you know? Yes. Now my Paxes will know they're pissing me off. But everyone I know with a feel grid, it's like an emotional superpower. Keeping it real is like second nature now. Even without talking for months, she still knew me so well. She didn't even see how I'd gone off on Liam just now. I'm trying to work on my emotional superpowers, just so you know. I get it. And I'm green now. It just lets you know that what you're feeling is real, and that it's temporary. Plus, you'll know when your packs are giving you too much poops. 2 blue, and you probably need to take a break. 2 red, and you gotta stand up for yourself, okay? 3 reds, and you're gonna have to choke out your passenger. Otherwise, it'll explode. No, but you might. And I've seen what that looks like. This thing tells people they're pissing you off so you don't have to. I know confrontation is more. But as you can see, I'm surfing a chill green wave at the moment. Chill's a cucumber. Cucumber's a chill. Lena, you're still saying it wrong. What? What's it supposed to be? Cool. Cool as a cucumber. Well, I put my cucumbers in the freezer, so... I even tried to remember, like, cucumbers are served chilled. Well, I missed you too, lady. See? Now I know that made you happy and not, like, pissed at me. Why would I... It's not a big deal, but the way we fought when I left... I still have the scars. The emotional and physical. I wasn't trying to hurt you. That knife wasn't even really sharp. Oops, she gone red. I know. I really don't want my feelings to upset anyone. But you do feel things. A lot, actually. Whoops. Which is something I really love about you. Your heart is so amazing in the way you feel things. I'm just judging by your necklace. It's kind of beautiful. But bottling all that up doesn't make it go away. And when it all comes out, it's kind of intense, like that night. You're right. And still need to get gas. I'm sorry. But I'm here and you're here and we're starting over. And I'm blue. And we're both gonna be better about saying how we feel. Okay. So, my blue says no. So, we're good, right? Hell yes. Right back into red. I felt a weight lift off my ribcage. That is a mood swing and a half. We were in sync again. We could always talk about serious stuff later. Savvy and I had all the time in the world now. Oh, she is totally gonna get murdered or kidnapped or something. So, how do we get to your place? My pajamas are calling my name. Oh shit, I'm really sorry, but change of plans. Can you take me somewhere else really quick first? Sure, where are we going? Well, I need you to drop me off, actually. This is the last we will ever see of her. And this guy, and trust me, it's kind of a huge mess. You don't want to know. It's this guy, and it's this guy, and blah, blah, blah. Is everything okay? Totally! I'm blue, kind of. I don't know, honestly. I kind of fucked up at work, and I've just got to fix it before shit comes down on my head. I wish we... Pardon, I wish we could go straight to this awesome ramen shop you're gonna love instead of helping my dumbass. It's a little embarrassing. Are you okay? Yeah, it's all gonna be fine. It's not gonna be fine. I just gotta do this one little thing before it blows up, and then I get to keep my job, thank the gods. And we don't have to start looking for a cheaper place. Kidding. It didn't really sound like she was kidding. I'd never heard her take any job so seriously before, or even hint at money problems. Biscuits. Maybe we'd have more in common this time around, too. No worries, I got you. You're the best. I mean it. Well, right back at you. He lives in this totally weird rich person dorm called Kinfolk. The place is crawling with techie scum. Brian says that emotion coloring technology would be a godsend for people like me who can have trouble reading facial expressions. Yeah, I agree. I'm really bad at picking up on various social cues. I mean, I'm better than I was when I was younger. You know, lifetime of practice helps, but yeah. And I don't know if I'd want one. It's like, Andrew, why is yours broken? It's stuck on 3 reds. Alice says the Stadia file doesn't open. Lovely. So what do you have to do? She rubbed her knees together. She always did that when she was feeling uncomfortable. I wonder if she knew that. He's a good client, and I ran my big mouth and pissed him off. So now I have to go ass kiss a little, give the baby his bottle. He'd been dying to get into this club, and tonight I can actually make it happen. But you should totally come meet up with me and Jace later. You could just pick up another ride, right? Who knows, maybe it'll be some cutie who wants to show you around LO. Hang on. Seriously though, who is Jace? My guy. It's only been a minute, but we have this super intense connection, like sunshine, butterflies, all that shit. I bet you'll really like him. I can try and get you on the list? Let me just text Jace. want to hang out with you? I don't know Jace. I mean, I'm sure he's great, but you will soon. So how long have you been with him? Yes, cool, okay, he says he'll text you all the deets soon. Great, I'll just wait for the deets. I've just got to do this thing, then you should head over. So when... Oh, this is it, kinfolk. Screech as we slam the brakes. Oh god, whipping that car around. I'll text you in like an hour tops, okay? Then come meet us. Sounds good. We are so totally never going to hear from her again. See you soon, Rumi. Welcome to LO, and remember, pick up a cute PAX next. I watched her bounce up the illuminated steps and vanish into a soaring apartment tower, half spacecraft, half greenhouse, and covered in glowing triangles. What was this place? Capper cars buzzed around me like I was inside some kind of nest. A few of the people inside gave my car a definite look from behind their tinted windows, and they were right. Whoops, getting angry. I wasn't supposed to be here. I was supposed to be with Savvy, and even for her. Lindy says, look at the eyes, our eyes don't lie. Well, good luck, Alessio. Technical problems. That's the worst. Especially when you're trying to do something cool and technology goes no. It's like the Extra Life charity event last year. I got like a 4 or 5 hour late start because my internet that day just suddenly decided, nope, not gonna do it. Oh, that is so aggravating. Oh, speaking of which, Saturday, November 7th is this year's Extra Life charity event. So, if you're watching this on Twitch, there's a little widget underneath the stream that leads to the page. I'm still in the middle of writing the whole thing, so it's subject. All the details are subject to change, but we're once again doing the donors can submit their Super Mario Maker 2 levels for me to play during the stream, so if you want to participate, it's a $10 donation allows you to submit a course ID, and I'll play it on the stream, and it'll be a lot of fun last year, so looking forward to doing that again. So got a month to make your Super Mario Maker 2 levels. Alright, what are we doing? Maybe I'd misjudged our friendship. Maybe she'd moved on. Brian has a good point. If that's a... Is it an Excel file? Yeah, oh shoot, I need to read. Things just had a way of being spontaneous with Savvy, and I was never as happy as I'd been when we were together. I like her blue nail polish. Kind of chipped, though. Alright, yeah, try opening it in Notepad or Notepad Plus. Might be able to recover it, so, yeah. Alright. FeelGrid, hello! How are you feeling today? Your new FeelGrid is a biofeedback device that displays your emotional state as a color, yellow, green, blue, or red. Brian says, Super Worlds are a thing in Mario Maker 2 now, too. Maybe you could make a donation tier to play through a world up to some time limit. Ooh, that's a fair point. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was added between last year, so... So what are worlds? There are 8 courses, right? So maybe a $50 donation for an 8-course world instead of the $80 it would take to, yeah, that, yeah, I'll definitely give that a think. Thanks, Brian. Okay. Intense in a good way. Your FeelGrid also measures the intensity of your emotions in 3 levels, low, medium, and high. The more your FeelGrid lights up, the more intense your feelings. The circumplex, fancy science term, Pardon me. This map represents the full spectrum of emotions. Yes, even the icky ones. Each segment is a unique state, so even though you may feel like a jumble of emotions, your feel grid will let you know which one you are actually experiencing, even if it's a little unpleasant. Oh, worlds are up to 8 stages with 5 levels in each, so 40 oh, okay, so it's, ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to give that a think. Feel free. Notice how you can think and react when you're in each color. The idea of the feel grid is simply to illuminate the feelings in your body so you can tune in to your emotional awareness. Alright, red is angry and anxious, hyper and cheerful is yellow, calm and chill is blue, and lethargic and depressed, or green, that's green, Andrew. Lethargic and depressed is blue. Okay. Stay centered. There's no such thing as a bad emotion. Really, just remember that the dark, outer edges of the map are more intense feelings, while the lighter shades in the center are more mellow. Groovy. You may be, in the blue, may be feeling sadness, depression, or despair. In the blue, your body is at its lowest energy point in a negative way. You will likely feel unmotivated to do even basic tasks like eating, engaging in hobbies, or self-care. You will be easily swayed by others and have trouble making up your mind. Boost your mood by talking to a trusted friend or exercising. This is not FDA approved. Is this telling me what I am right now? Oh, we're... Wait, did I... all emotions are valid. Outer limits feel grid meant to tell you something. It's time to take a break, take a nap, or even take a moment centered. Take a deep breath. Good luck out there. Alright. Did we add in? Oh, yes. Jace will send you the deets. I can imagine Lena's sitting in her car doodling this whole thing. So over it. You're awesome, DJ. Murmur, murmur, grumble, grumble. Alright, so... we really need to get some gas. Oh, hey, look. Gas. Whoop. Okay, there's people. So let's go here for gas, I guess. Alright, coin only, no USD. Alright. On our way. Definitely time for a recharge, plus the weird way the hum of the charging stations made my head feel stuffed with cotton. I kinda loved it, even if it was probably killing brain cells. It would cost me $1.32 per bar. A little steep, but here I was. I think we'll get a full charge because we're running really low. I considered my next move. Okay. Brian says, I think maybe a time limit for world could work, like a max of 30 to 60 minutes per world. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, is Liam out there? No, just... what the hell is this? Gideon DeKalb. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then... Oh, this is a dude, it's just, he uses a... doesn't use a picture, okay. So I'm right here in the middle. Well, we should probably get this person. No need to drive all the way the hell over here, but... Annie? Although a founder-in-chief cat herder... Allie Bream. Peace, love, and Los Ojos. Oh, and it shows me how much gas I'd use to get to the various places. Okay. Well, let's go up over here, and then maybe we'll circle around, because this person's going over here. That makes sense. Sorry, I'm running to meet you, but still 2 blocks away. Can you just stop at the next corner instead of the pickup zone? I don't know. Do I have regulations that say I can or can't do that? I'm out of breath. Great. Not doing what the PAX wanted could hurt my star rating, but pulling over in an AV zone would risk a stop from the LOPD. Los Ojos Police Department, I guess. Not to mention a ticket that would set me back some serious coin. It'll be quick. I pulled right up to the pin and right inside a clearly marked Capra loading zone. My headlights hit one of their cars and it froze in that weird too fast AV way, almost like you scared it. Almost like they weren't the thing to actually be afraid of. Hey, sorry, can we go? Absolutely we can go, because we are... Oh, that's a nice outfit. And I like your hair. That must have taken a long, long time to do. Wow. Of course, let us go. You're seeing a dirty drawing on the map? Oh man, I missed it. Glanced at her suit for a second. What was she wearing? Half my packs have these holographic displays with the full body thing. Barely an hour here, and already Savvy was flaking, and my PAX was covered in weird gadgets. Welcome to Los Ojos. What's good? Any plans tonight? Yeah, kinda. Just moved here. And it's been interesting. I took a deep breath. Come on, Savvy, I thought we were past this. Yeah, Los Ojos is usually pretty interesting no matter what. Oh, wait, I gotta top up. What? Mind if I plug in? The suit's running low. My car's battery was terrible at holding a charge, but... but it looked like I could spare some at the moment. That's... Well, I mean, we just topped up, so yeah, go for it. Sure, happy to help. Unless you drain all of my car's juice. Thanks, gotta stop forgetting to charge at every stop. Capra makes you pay extra to use the port in their cars. Hey, we don't nickel and dime people here at NeoCab. We just charge them more overall. Never let it... whatever she said. Maybe this good deed will help me when I'm limping along to a charging station later. You don't have to worry about your rating with me. I used to be a Capra mate, keep it above 4.8 stars or else. That sounds familiar, it's 4 for us. You ever work for Capra? I did. Never again. A lot of drivers went into Capra mates after the culling. Oh yeah, I was a part of that. The culling. Capra just patched our cars over the air. I was right at the beginning of a shift. I booted up, but the wheel was locked. Then it drove me home. Seriously? I would have freaked. Yeah. So, wait, sorry, one sec. How long you been driving for NeoCab? It's so annoying when PAX try to pretend they didn't just zone out into their holospace for a second. Are you watching porn on that thing? Almost 2 years. But I try not to think about it. Moving on, though, what's your opinion of NeoCab? Are you taking a survey? Was I missing something about these questions, and how honest did she expect me to be? Am I green enough to do this? Okay. Oh hey, did you see the sign we just drove past? No, I don't look at road signs. That's like the best something. The words went straight to my stomach. I hadn't stopped to eat all night. Ooh, do they have pork floss? Neo crab. No, but they do this machine-spun soy protein fiber mesh. It's like umami cotton candy. That sounds disgusting. So hey, would you say your opinions on Sophie's Law are mostly positive or negative? You're definitely filling out a survey. No idea. Sorry, that's a dumb question. Why would a neocab driver be for something that bans all non-automated cars? Wait, what? So a few weeks ago, this famous ballet dancer died in a car attack. A car attack? People were just out having a good time and this guy drove straight into a crowd. Sophie and like 15 other people were... Wow. That's awful. Who's the driver? Nobody knows. They never released his name. Or else. I don't know. Some people think it was all planned to get this law to happen. Anyway, the vote is in a few days, so it'll all blow over soon. Blow over. If the law passed, it looks like I'd be out of a job. A capper buzzed by me. Of course, make human drivers illegal, and how else would people get around the city? So, I know it's dumb, but I just need a clear answer. Here, I'll repeat the question. Would you say your opinions on Sophie's Law are mostly positive or negative? Wait a sec, was she reading these off some kind of script? That's what I've been thinking. What's with the questions? Oh, right, you're new in town. I do surveillance. Yeah, like surveillance is from above, surveillance is from below. Is that French? And I'm annoyed. It's capper speak to me, I really don't get it either. Every time I say it, it sounds like I'm getting called out for being short. Well, you sit pretty tall. They've got cameras and sensors all over this suit. I'm like a big sponge sucking in data from everything and sending it to Capra. So you've been recording all our conversation? Ah. So those questions are what Capra wants to know about us, huh? They let us chat a little bit, but yeah, it's their questionnaire. Like opposition research stuff, gotta fill my quota. I'm really sorry, I just assume everyone I talk to knows. So I'd been talking to Capra this whole time. I am going to dump your body in the desert! About the job I scraped together when they fired me. I felt my shoulders tighten. I dug my nails into the wheel, and my little feel-good thing went triple red. All the Capras snaking through the lanes suddenly came into focus like a swarm, like I was surrounded. I pictured them all going up in smoke! Yep, yeah, I'm triple red now. Brian says, any law named after a person at the very least needs to be thought over carefully. Yeah. Also, sadly, there are several examples of people plowing cars into crowds. Managing to kill 15 people doing that, unless the car exploded or something, that, in the instances I can think of, is extraordinarily rare. Usually, if anyone dies, it's only one or maybe two people, at least in the ones I'm aware of. So that's a hell of a plowing into a crowd to kill 15 people. Um, Brian says, wait, this means she probably recorded you picking her up in a Capra loading zone, too. Yeah. Sorry, but what the hell? Oh no, that does not look good. Yeah, she's looking at my bracelet. My field grid was blazing red. Let me switch this damn thing off. Can you do that? I just did. I should have realized when you said it's your first night in Los Ojos. All this stuff is normal to me. We're so focused on our metrics. It's a terrible introduction, but welcome to Los Ojos. We got great food and shitty panopticon. Won't you get in trouble for shutting it off? Not that I care. I might. But it's not worth making you miserable, you feel? She is quiet for the first time. I could feel her relaxing now that the suit had gone dark. Allie flashed a smile at me, and I could finally see her face. Anyways, I love your hair. I cut mine short like that once. I miss it. That's not terribly short, but okay. In this heat, I just want to shave it all off, but that's a whole look, you know? Am I babbling? It's been too long since I've talked to someone real. Ever since I took this job, it's like I'm just a passenger in this suit, you know what I mean? Capper does the talking, and I'm along for the ride. Brian says the London Bridge van attack is the worst I know of. Killed 8 and injured 48 more. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Twisted says, hey Andrew, how's the game? Honestly, not much of a game. There's a couple dialogue choices, but I'm not getting the sense that any of them matter in any meaningful way. At least so far. It's essentially just a narrative game, but I like the characters, the dialogue's well written, the universe is interesting, so I'm enjoying it so far. Let's see, I got that when I was driving for Capra. For what it's worth, I'm glad I got out of Capra. There, let's go with the first one. I still have the keys somewhere. I should mount them like antlers. Definitely. Oh, she got a chuckle out of that, too. I pulled up to a shopping center, skyscrapers on one side and the skeletons of their future neighbors on the other. Hey, Allie. Screech! Don't give up. You'll find something better. Yeah. Gotta stay on your hustle, right? Thanks for not kicking me out of your car. Never let him say gig worker solidarity isn't a thing, right? Damn right. I'll hit you up if I need a real human again. Good luck in Los Ojos. I watched the suit blink back to life as she vanished into a crowd of shoppers. Looked like Capra could find their way into my car no matter what. Ram the Capra! Even through a sweetheart like Allie. Alright. We're doing good on gas. She gave us 5 stars. Gig folk gotta stick together. And our rating is still great. And we got $5, which doesn't quite cover our fuel, but, you know. As I turned the corner, I slowed the car. A throng of people had gathered in the street. They surrounded an empty Capra car in a messy circle. Oh no. Shit going down. They were yelling, barking things at each other and at the car. A few were taking swings at it with chains and socket wrenches, and some socket wrenches on the end of chains. The autocar made dozens of tiny, rapid-fire turns trying to free itself from the circle. I thought of a moth trapped between window panes. Then another sound. Was that my back door? Did a robot just get in my car? Okay, someone with a prosthetic. What the hell? I need to get out of here. I need you to go. I'll pay. What the? Listen, I'll explain, but we need to go. You're Neocab, right? You drive people. We need to go. I can't be here. Your field grid state colors your choice. Your field grid state colors your choices, sometimes adding new options and sometimes disabling them. Well, let's get you safe, and I'll yell at you later. Oh, okay, so we can't do that. We're too angry. What the hell are you doing in my car? You want a ride, you go through Neocab. You don't just open my door without asking. Look, I'm sorry, seriously, but that's my fucking bike under the wheels of that Capra, okay? I nearly died, and if we don't get out of here now, the cops will be here and my life will actually be over. Because you got run over by a car? What? I can explain everything, but first you need to put some distance in between us and that mob. Alright, explain. Okay. We are too damn angry. You know what? No. If the cops are coming, that's your issue. And stop telling me what to do from the back seat of my own car. I let the silence and the tension fill the place, the space. The packs looked so scared. The mob outside was getting worse, and did I really want to deal with LOPD right now? After all, I was in a Capra loading zone an hour ago. Hey, you've got panic eyes. I see you. Do you see me? I can usually get a read on a person the first time I see their face. Savvy called it my truth download. Not like she ever listened when it was about something she wanted to date. But I needed to be calm to hear that little voice inside my head, and this PAX had me all riled up. I gotta say, everyone's hairstyles in this game are on point. I'm liking it. Alright. I met their eyes in the rear view mirror. And it worked. It was clear as if they were saying it out loud. I knew they were sorry, they were safe, and they were just trying to survive. Like me. You're the sort of person who feels things really intensely, right? Well, this is an intense situation. Please, take 1 second to see me asking for your help and drive. Asking you for help and drive. Alright, let's drive. Okay, let's hold their gaze then. I held their gaze. I'm very bad at role-playing this. The game is like, oh my god, you suck. That's okay, so fear evaporated, and there we go. They trailed off as they watched my field grid crash from angry red into chill green. Seemed to calm them down too. You're wearing one of those feel things, and it looks like we're cool. Choose your words and... I wonder if the game is, like, still kind of tutorializing. It's like gently, hey, you know, roleplay, buddy. Shift your mood and adjust and change your story. Alright, we're cool. That's good, because me and the LOPD are not. Floor it! Well, I mean, you know, I got us out of there in the nick of time just as the squad cars rolled up and the bike punks scrambled into the night. What's your name? I'm Azul? Ow, why does adrenaline ever have to wear off? This shit hurts, dude. I'm Lena. Where are we going? Take me... Shit, I need to get to work. Pardon. I work at this club in Lose Rogue. It's not too far. Shit, ow! Are you okay? I'm bleeding on your back seat. Oh no, can I help? Can you give me stitches and antibiotics? No? No, I can't. No, forget it. I'm just rattled. Thanks for asking. And don't worry, I won't mess up your car. That was thoughtful. NeoCab is supposed to cover cleaning costs for things like that. But once they do, there's always a mysterious operations surcharge that'll pop up in your paycheck a few days later. Yeah. I got hit by a Capra. I was on my bike. It came out of nowhere, sideswiped me, then it just kept driving. Right over my fucking bike. Oh my god. What's the rad driver list for the people? Did you get the plate number? Don't know if that would help at all, but... Shit, no I didn't. Don't bother going back though, forget it. And all those people just showed up? No, I called a Radix swarm. Radix? What's Radix swarm? You know Radix is, right? No, I'm new in town. We're activists. We stand up against corporate entities like Capra. Radix is all about direct action to change the city for the people. Getting rid of cars, that's just the seed. Wait, all cars? What grows from that are safer streets, public transit that works, a big chunk bitten out of the luxury market. Most people just see us as punks on bikes, but most people are blind. Twisted says, costs too much to animate my blood. Yeah. So then, what's a swarm? If you're a member of Radix and you're in trouble, like if you get hit by a fucking Capra, you send up a flare on the app to call a Radix swarm. It alerts the other members, shows them where you are, tells them you need help. So, that was help? Doesn't seem like it did much for you if you're in here with me. It got crazy, I don't know. I didn't expect that. Is this your first time calling a swarm? Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, it's not supposed to be like that. What's it supposed to be like? I don't know, I thought they'd save me, but it was like they just showed up to fuck up the Capra car. Nobody tried to get my bike or whatever. One dude helped me up, but like the second I said I was okay, I didn't matter anymore. Sorry to hear that. That sucks. Yeah. But I'll get you where you need to go. For a price. That makes it even worse. You realize you got into my car, right? Why do you say that? I say through gritted teeth. Because it's still a fucking car. You're still putting people at risk every day, plus... should I pull over and just let you out? I shouldn't be riding around in a death machine in front of a bunch of Radix folks. Death machine, come on. I let it slide. Life's too short. Oh, I'm green? Okay. Getting out of there was the right idea. Do you think they saw me get in? Oh, yeah. Nah. They were focused on the car. They seem pretty focused on the car. Yeah, for sure. I could feel them relax. Just a little. What a fucking night. My leg's killing me, my bike's gone. Probably gonna ask me to leave Radix. Would that be a bad thing? I mean, the whole swarm wasn't what you were expecting. Yeah, it would be a bad thing. I just mean because they didn't help you. They didn't sound like they take care of their own. Or they don't sound like they take care of their own, rather. Whatever. Look, where I'm going, I don't want them to see me get out of your car. So, can you just drop me, like, corner of Guadalupe and Sanders? I'll walk the rest of the way. On that leg, it's just a scrape, I'm fine. Sure don't want to see something about it? Maybe there's a free clinic nearby? In this town? Yeah, sure. They lean to look out the window. Okay, here's good. Maybe just pull into the alley? The whole block looked pretty deserted, but I still slipped into the shadows. Whatever would put their mind at ease. You don't, like, record this, right? That's the NeoCab deal? Right, no camera, nothing on the app. You were never here. Azul. Okay. There is no Dana, only Azul. Well, how much do I owe you? It's not a charity. Yeah, fair price, I guess. Here you go. Thanks. Listen, thanks for not kicking me out of your car. I appreciate it. But, like, what you saw? No worries, I'll keep it quiet. Totally gonna tell Savvy about this, though. Shit, wait, I didn't get your name. Lena. Cool. Thanks, Lena. I'm Azul. I said that, right? You did, and you're welcome. Have a good night. Azul stepped out of the car, stumbling a bit like they couldn't put too much weight on their knee. Don't let Rocket Raccoon see that arm. He'll want it. Without so much as a look back, though, they shook it off and limped into the alley. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my feel grid. Green. On most nights, I'd call it quits about now, or maybe push on for one last ride if I had it in me. But until I heard from Savvy, I had nowhere to go. When was she going to text me back? Oh, flush with Capper Cash. Look at that, 90-10. Anything new in the journal? We still don't have the deets, Jace. When you gonna send the deets? That's not what I wanted. Alright, what do we get? How do we get down here? Oh, yeah, because Azul jumped in our car. Oh, we can drag. Oh, man, that is a... We have no fares anywhere near us. That blows like gale force winds. A Ganon? Nourish me, all ye in pain. I gather my strength to rise once again. No. Screw that guy. Luke Howard, Strategic Intelligence Analyst. Here there be opinions. Engage at own risk. Klaus Berg, Student of the World. Any opinions expressed on this feed are mine and mine alone. Well... Wait, Neocab Prime? The hell does that mean? Okay. I mean, I was thinking this guy's got the higher star rating. This guy sounds like a jackass. But, Luke here's a Neocab Prime member, and I don't know what that means. So, you know, let's find out. Is it New West Coast, a brutalist nightclub with 19th century saloon doors? According to the neon signage, inside you could get liquor. He staggered through the doors like he was looking for his horse. Well, he'd found me. Hey, Luke. The sour, sweet stink of booze flooded my car. Oh, lovely. Hey there. Are you a bouncer? He didn't seem to be in a talkative mood. I figured we should just get moving. His head dipped out of my rear view for a second. Oh, hey. Alright, Luke. I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you have the least impressive hair of any character in this game so far. It's not bad. It's not bad, but you're up against some heavy competition, and I gotta say you're not impressing, sir. Find any loose change back there? Did you know there's puke on the floor? You're messing with me, right? No, I'm serious. It's like just right here on the floor. Puke. I swear to God, I just noticed it. It was there when I got in. The smell hit me. Was that absinthe and ribs? My eyes watered. I smashed the button to crank my window. What the hell? I would love to catch one break in the city. Opening. Dude, did you just throw up in my car? I mean, I know there's some blood back there, but there's no... sorry? No, I told you, this was here when I got in. Your last passenger must have done that because I did not. Allie? Would Allie have done that? You sure you didn't do it? I think I'd know if I just puked. It's okay if you did. I mean, Neocab covers the cost. And I don't appreciate you accusing me when you don't have any proof. I'll take your word for it. Doesn't really matter. Good idea. I think that's wise. We passed the rest of the ride without another word or eruption. Luke kept his eyes on his phone, texting at warp speed and cackling between hiccups. I was still trying to decide if it was worse to breathe through my mouth or my nose. We finally arrived at a stop. I felt coming to the finish line. It felt coming to the finish line of a marathon. Should be like a like there, I think. Have a good one, buddy. As he reached for the door, I looked him in the eye. I am very certain you barfed in my car. I did not throw up in your car. Not gonna be good for my rating, but... And if I did, I certainly wouldn't tell you. Luke was finally gone. Well, not all of them. I had to do something about that mess in the back. I held my breath and dealt with it. I snapped a photo first. NeoCab's supposed to reimburse us if we have proof someone got sick, but there's no guarantee. For a second, I thought it'd be funny if I sent it to Savvy. Let's see her ignore that. But I didn't do it. Move out to the big city, Lena. We'll have a great time. You'll mop up puke with a rag. Puker face? What, is that a achievement? Worst are these achievements? Oh. Luke Howard, if I see you again, I'm gonna run you over. Oh dear. I am totally gonna run him over if I see him again. But I did get $5. Oh, hi, Savvy. How's your evening going? So sorry. Lena, fast as you can. Unknown address? Where are you? Oop. Your message could not be delivered. What the biscuits? Well, that's... No, Savvy, no. And Lopped Speed Trap nearly nabbed me on the way over. Too close. But I still wasn't fast enough. This was definitely at the location of Savvy's SOS pin. It was just an empty lot in between some abandoned storefronts. I could only see as far as my headlights, but there was no trace of her. No text since So Sorry either. Amberstone. Oh, are we here? Call out her name. I called out her name. There was no answer. Had I just missed her? If I'd driven here faster, would she be getting into my car right now, laughing off her crazy night? Ugh, pardon. Goodness, it was so dark I could barely see the broken bottles all over the ground. This wasn't a good place for anyone to wait around at night, especially alone. Especially someone like Savvy. Then I saw it. Her mangled corpse, face down on the curb, her phone. I grabbed it and a chill ran up my arms. It was shattered right in the center of the holoscreen, now totally dark and cold. It looked like it had been stepped on. There was a sticker on the back, a punk-looking symbol of a wasp inside a bicycle gear. I sketched it in my journaling app and stashed her phone in my glove box. Well, that's what Azul had tattooed on their arm. That explained the radio's silence. What had happened to her? Someone must have grabbed it from her. Well, I doubt she smashed it herself. Someone must have grabbed it from her. Someone who didn't want her texting me. Who would do that? If you know her at all, you know Savvy is not someone you should mess with. Ah, Alessio, glad you could recover your list. My feel grid went hard red. I wondered what Savvy's feel grid looked like right now. What was she feeling? What was she thinking? How many asses am I going to have to kick to get to her? All I could imagine was not comforting. I tried to push back my thoughts and focus on what I could do right now. Didn't know where she lived, so I couldn't just, go crash. Jace never called me. I remembered what Azul told me about Radix, no cops. My body felt crazy, like I was buzzing with nerves, but at the same time could barely keep a thought in my head. I had nowhere to go and no one to help talk things out. All I could do was try to get some sleep. My only option was Crasher to find a cheap motel or a spare room somewhere. Anywhere but a Capra capsule if I could afford it. Crasher. I closed out my neocab shift. At least I'd hit my quota before my world turned upside down. Don't go to bed angry. I think that's a, they could just, ignore that one. All the way over there. Oh, wait, no. Does this mean there's the recharge there, or... That's expensive. Ultra Luxe Hotel Suite. Queen bed, courtyard view. Can't get there. Oh, no. What that means is I don't have enough charge to actually reach it. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So that will give us that. That will give us that. Well, may as well go here. Oh, shoot, I actually went to a Capra capsule place. Whoops. Wasn't paying attention to that at all. So not only was Savvy missing, whatever was going on was forcing me to give money to Capra, my last resort. I checked in at the kiosk in the hospital white lobby and followed the purple floor lighting to the elevator 2 in capsule 448. The gleaming shelf slid open at my approach and sealed me in with a soft hiss. See, I figured that for some reason I didn't think that Capra stuff would even show up on there, but I know it was glorified torpedo tube. I don't know how they made it feel like a luxury moon pod. It's actually annoying how good Capra is at this stuff. I fell asleep immediately and woke up like my body had just leapfrogged ahead in space-time, but where had my mind gone? I felt foggy and just off. Boy, I'm really bad at role-playing this character. I thought of those old body snatcher sci-fi movies. Pod people? How about capsule people? Good evening, Lena, Athena. Capra's inflappable AI chirped at me. Yikes, this whole situation gave me the creeps. I slipped back into my car like I wanted to apologize to it for the betrayal. Sorry, it was a mistake. I'll never let it happen again. Oh, that's a... Yes, click the one option, thank you. Night 2. What did we do during the day? The memory of what had happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate tech-savvy smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. Physically, I felt clear-eyed and centered, like my mind had been doing yoga poses while I slept. My feel grid even glowed a reassuring white. This wasn't working. Where the hell was she? This wouldn't be the and where is Jace with the deets? This wouldn't be the first time she ghosted, but this felt different, and I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savvy was headed to a nightclub, but its name? Total mystery. Oh, and she was in some kind of trouble at work, whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about last night, scribbling in my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol on her phone before, after all. Yeah, Azul had it tattooed on their arm. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down and a neighborhood. As long as I met my neocab quota, I could stay on the search without losing my job and leaving LO as a total disaster. Alright. Where'd the music go? Okay, Jace, where the deets, buddy? W2F, I found her phone. Where have I seen this before? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Azul had this tattooed on their right arm. Alright, last night. Dropped off at 9. Rich person dorm. Jace never texted deets. Savvy seemed upset. Kind of fucked up at work. Where? Found her phone with a weird sticker. Ooh! Azul's tattoo. Radix. Okay, well, I feel pretty good about being aware enough to actually notice that little detail, so, yay me. Savvy, where are you? Last text, 2 a.m. Can I click on this? No. Okay. This is what we call Dr. Feelgrid. Everyone gets that, right? Alright. Capra. Feel so dirty staying at the Capra. What's my gas looking like? Map. Oh, yeah, I should... Hi! So we should go get some gas. And then pick up this person. Yikes, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. The asking price was $1.32 a bar, a little steep, but here I was. Yep, let's gotta get a full charge. Sank back back into the car. All right, let's see who's on the map. Carlos Wong. I'll fix what ails you, and I'm sure Carlos. Una St. Clair. All things to all people. All right, let's get her. Una. I need to get to the Cadence, and I need to get there fast. What's that? Is it a hotel? It's a casino, the big one. I remember when cab drivers were expected to memorize things like this. I'm new here. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just pressed for time. Head to somewhere. That was a straight shot, easy trip. Well, her hair's better than Luke's. Oh no, don't go that way. Whatever square is a mess, you can barely get through. She sounded like she was a great backseat driver. But, you know, she lives here, I don't. Or, at least till now. Must be some warning on her hollow space. I can go around. Would you like me to take Jean Street or Flambeau? Choose one at random. Alright. And I do mean random. As random as you can make it. Weird. This was a whole different kind of backseat driving. Psychological. Well, alright. Random. Alright, bottom 3, Jean Street, and top 3, Flambeau. Bottom 3. So I said bottom 3 was Flambeau. Alright, Flambeau Adventure! She muttered something to herself and looked pensive. Not Jean, whatever you said to choose? Wait. Ah, yes. That's just what I needed. Are we... Are we trying to lose a tail or something? Are you about to rob this casino? Do you think it would be wise for me to tell you if I was? Hey, I might be a genius safecracker for all you know. I'm gonna take that as a hard maybe. Fair enough. No, I was desperate for a bit of chance, a dose of entropy. Randomness, you know? Resets my mind. Sometimes one finds oneself in a rut of predictability. Tell me about it. It's why humor is such a balm. Comedy is based on the unexpected twist. Interesting method. How about I pick a number? Between 1 and hippopotamus. Weren't expecting that, were ya? Between 1 and hippopotamus. Between your hippocampus and mine, thank you. But no. Did it say hippocampus or hippopotamus? That wasn't... Not that kind of randomness. I need chance with real stakes. Which is why I'm zooming down Flambeur towards a casino? Yes, but now... I'm not sure it will work. The stakes there are high in monetary terms, but they don't actually matter, don't you find? Well, they matter when you roll a hot 13, they matter when you hit it the triple bighorn flush. You've never been inside a casino, have you? I like to think life itself is a gamble. And the whole world is my house? So that's a no. Ellipsis. No, the casino definitely isn't going to work. I need to find some entropy that matters. Why? What's this all about? Well, it's simple. Almost obvious. Something is wrong with the world. I agree with you there. Not that kind of wrong. A deeper kind. Sadly, I fear our timeline has become tangled. The universe is made of infinite timelines, always branching based on the tiniest decisions, is perfectly coherent and stable. As long as the branches remain distinct. I waited for her to say more. So you see the obvious danger. Obvious is not quite the word I would have chosen. So if our timeline is tangled up with another one, how do we untangle it? Oh, I think that's well beyond something or other, but it's good to know how off-kilter one's reality is. It helps you decide how annoyed to be with friends who constantly reschedule lunch. Connor, for example. Has anyone cancelled on you lately? Now that, Una, is a good joke. I thought as much. I'm sorry, what? Tell me what happened, it should help me calibrate. Can I write the list now? It's kinda late here in Italy. Not in the chat, but, you know, you're welcome to, post the list or make a video about it and post the link in the comment section when the video goes live. I do apologize, I'm curious to see it, but it's too long to put in this video's chat. Well, let's tell her what happened with Savvy. What the hell? We need info. Input, Stephanie. I was supposed to move in with my best friend and she didn't show. And Now I don't know if she's in trouble. Or hurt. She listened like my story was feeding her. Yes, yes, I feast on my pain. Maybe I'd get 5 stars out of it, but it was a little creepy. So your friend just vanished? With no explanation? None. And you don't know how to feel about it. It confuses you. Well, I feel really blue right now. Whoops, now I feel purple. Wouldn't you be confused? Whoops! I missed! Shoot. That whole thing is a little raw. Perfect! Perfect! I don't know if you caught the part where I said she might be hurt. She ignored me. Now, this next part is crucial. If your friend hadn't disappeared, where would she be right now? I don't know, I just moved here. Please, just guess. Think in terms of chance and what if and maybe. Let them wash over you. I could tell she was never going to drop it. Might as well indulge her. Okay, if she hadn't just blinked off the map, Savvy would probably be... Night, Alessio. Well, she seems to be a fly-by-the-seat-of-her-pants woman, so let's say taking in a burlesque show. Actually, more likely performing in a burlesque show. Actually, even more likely, organizing a burlesque show. In fact, most likely of all, acting as ringleader for an entire neo-burlesque scene. Yep, that is exactly where Savvy would be. She'd be picking out pasties and she just absorbed it for a moment. Maybe she thought it was crazy. I'd like to request a new destination. Take me to Luz Rouge. Just to be clear, you know Savvy's not there. No, she's not. But the gap between her being there and not being there? That's exactly what I need to feel. What are you going to do when you get there? I'm going to measure the difference with the yardstick. Do you have a device? Yes, and also, I am the device. Okay. Cool. Ellipsis. That's cool. Excellent. I'll drop a little something into your account to cover the trouble. I rerouted us to Luz Rouge. The trip didn't take as long as I thought it would, and after all that, we ended up back on A Street. Oh, we should tell her. She'll like that. Maybe help her calibrations or whatever. Hey look, we're on Jean after all. 2 roads diverged, and we took them both, so you could feel the difference. She didn't seem to notice my brilliant joke. Jerk. She was staring straight ahead with this super intense gaze. Almost like she was seeing straight through to that other timeline. Whichever one we were tangled up with. We stopped in the place. Luz Rouge. I wish I could pay you back in kind and help you locate your friend. Information is obscenely undervalued against coin, don't you agree? Any clue would help. I've got nothing to go on. Well, I can't tell you where she is, I'm afraid, but I can tell you where she was supposed to be. At this moment, in a stable timeline, she's at a terrible Berlin techno-themed club called Staatsmaschine. Am I saying that right? It's not that far from here in any case. You're unbelievable, Luna. I think I can use this. Think nothing of it. It's merely a byproduct of my work. So, I have to ask, are you... a card shark? Are you a witch? No, though you're not the first person to think that. Just a quantum statistician. Just think of me as an accountant, except the spreadsheet is very, very large. And you can be simultaneously rich and broke. I don't think I could handle that kind of uncertainty in my Capra Cash account. Oh, don't worry about that. Counter-espionage is quite lucrative. In any case... Wait, back up. Counter-espionage? Ah, yes! With a little time, a little luck, and just the right entropy differential, no secret is safe. The only way to protect your communications from a quantum statistician is to hire a better one. And I'm the best there is, so you can, like, read my texts? You'll see. I really must dash. Thank you for the ride and the story. This timeline is indeed as unstable as I'd feared. And we might even be able to fix it. Wait, we might fix it? She slid out and walked up the sidewalk away from my car, zigging and zagging as she went. Well, there's an interesting woman. It looked random, and the sinking feeling in my stomach, that felt very, very certain. If there really were infinite timelines, where did they branch? I reached for my phone to find my next packs. Time to choose again. Alright, thank you for the honesty and the humor, a wonderfully chaotic source of entropy. Yay! So how's our rating looking? Play PUBG, please? Oh, PUBG. No. Sorry, just genuinely not my kind of game. Oh hey, we're back up to 4, that's nice. And we've got gas, so that's good. Uh-oh. Was that at me, or... Oh, yes, it was. I didn't pick up anyone in the Capra loading zone. What are you talking about? Alright, Brian, thanks for hanging out. Oh, God. I'd seen LAPD officers on the news before the cold black screens where their faces should be. I tried to keep from looking back, from moving around too much. For looking as suspicious as I felt. Seeing one in person rattled my nerves even more. Where was I supposed to look? I need to see your license and registration. Oh, here you go. I swiped accept on my phone. My ID flashed on his screen. I was in the system. It says here, Cactus Flats. That's where I'm from. What's your address, ma'am? I don't have one yet. You don't have one yet. I just moved here. I'm trying to get in touch with my friend. We're supposed to be roommates. So I'll know soon, I just don't right now. Great job, Lena. Not suspicious at all. Do you know why you've been pulled over? Nope. Do you? think I was speeding. You made an illegal pickup in a designated Capra zone. I did no such thing today. For that was on the other side of town. How would he have seen me? I was only there for 10 seconds. It had to be that Capra car that passed by. Well, I did realize. No. Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. Sorry. That's 45 for the AV zone violation. I see your Capra Cash wallet has the funds. Great, I can just withdraw coins directly. Wait, a fine and they'd hit my Capra Cash account? How could they do that? Well, that can't be legal. You're new in town, so you're probably not aware of Friends of the LOPD. What is that? Well, we throw a yearly policeman's ball. It's a great time. Really helps the community. It's an initiative supported by the Friends of the LOPD, a charitable organization made up of citizens like you. So make a donation and, folks normally donate around 20. Well, I can't. I'm low on cash. Now that you've taken 45 out of my wallet. And the violation will appear on your record unless you contest it in court. Any questions? I couldn't put myself in... No. You know, you really stick out on the road. Neocab. Most people use Capra. I felt his words in the pit of my stomach. Drive safe, Miss Romero. Oh, hey, that's her name. I waited until my breathing slowed before I started the car again. My fuel grid was deep in the red. No surprise. All I wanted to do was end a bad day with a good sleep, but thanks to Savvy's disappearing act, that wasn't an option. Either way, though, I had to make up for that ticket. I needed the money, so I needed a PAX. Anything new? Yep. Yeah. No password is safe from the Quantum Witch. I am the law. Alright, let's see what we're doing here. Okay, we're down here. Oh, hey, stats machine. Well, that's a location, but there's... What do we got? This person is Fiona. Okay. And Sam, who's setting up a neocab. Interesting. Well, I mean, we're right here. May as well just drive on over and see what's what. Stunts machine was all dramatic haircuts, pounding bass, and scowls, and that was just the outside. The bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. Given my complete lack of a poker face and an outfit that was still more Cactus Flats than Lou's roof, I didn't look the part. I could pretend I left something inside. Maybe I could flirt my way in. Said, I left something inside. I took a deep breath and... Oh! Well, hey Azul. Hey, Neocab. It's you. Hey, see a tattoo. It's me. How's your leg? You lost. Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. What? No, how are you? No, hey Azul, nice to see you. Didn't I just say hey? Sorry. Hey Azul, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. That doesn't look like it. Listen, Azul, I got $45 fine for picking you. No, it wasn't you. It was someone else. I know. Just kidding. Jeez, it's actually kind of good to see you. Azul, you've been sleeping. Your eyes are a little red. Didn't get to thank you for what you did. You're welcome. It was really decent of you. Not what I expected. I expected indecency. You got me where I needed to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. I guess I'm not a lot of drivers. That's a good thing. You ever consider giving it up? This wasn't exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't risk Azul shutting down if I didn't humor them. Sometimes. Why? Safety. I will butter you up, Azul. Those are all good reasons. Although I guess it doesn't matter if you want to quit or not. Capra's gonna make that decision for you. It's done it before. Typical Capra. Yeah, typical fucking Capra. You know, that's how I lost my arm, right? No, I did not. Yeah, this was years ago. Guess there's no consequences when you're a megacorp. Even if you're spewing death traps all over the roads. Listen, I'll pass on a lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. Okay. They love to talk about their 99.999% safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I can't handle the truth. I wanted to know a truth. Maybe not this one at this moment, but I came here because I needed info on my... When I came here, I needed info on my friend. So I needed to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their fucking promos real close. There's an asterisk by that last 9 and 99.9%. What does it mean? That their 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs on the Capra Mesh network. Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. Regular people on the road? But that's the only testing they've ever done as far as we know. So, some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of a Capra? Just a smudge on its lens. And a settlement that only covered about a quarter of my bills. I felt for Azul. They were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserved that. I'm really sorry that happened. Whatever, but it's why I was so messed up the other night. A lot of bad memories came back. It's the second time I've been hit by a damn capper car. Thought it'd be my leg this time. I'm sure you do, but you're probably not here to hear my life story. You're right, Azul, I'm not. So why are you here? I need to get inside. I'm looking for a friend. She's gone missing. Her name's Savvy, and... Everything in Azul's expression changed, and they stood up straighter. Savvy? You know Savvy? You know Savvy? No, seriously, Neocab, no bullshit. You know Savvy? Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because this is the only Radix club I know. And you're, what, her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. Who says she's in trouble? A broken phone does. Look, I saw her last night. She seemed pretty worked up about something. Said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texts me a pin, I race over there and she's gone. But there's her phone, smashed on the pavement. Huh, probably had a temper tantrum or something, smashed the phone and blew you off. She's intense like that. Was this a game? Azul was playing devil's advocate with Savvy's safety. I don't... well... I don't think she'd do that to me. We were moving in together that night. And she would never leave her phone behind. Lindy says, what's with the 20 questions? Let her in! But I figured I should come here because when I picked the phone up, there was this Radix sticker on it. Yeah, obviously. Why obviously? Because Savvy's not just part of Radix. She's the leader. Savvy's like, is Radix right now. That sounds insane. Savvy's totally not the Radix type, or I mean, she wasn't a year ago. Am I a full-time YouTuber? I'm not even a part-time YouTuber. I guess anything was possible. I'd seen her reinvent herself more than once. Yeah, well, things change, Neocab. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Would that be Jace? Jace still has not texted me the deets. Radix is non-hierarchical. There's no leaders, but it's definitely got cool kids. High school all over again. Who's the boyfriend? Is it Jace? Is it no deets? It's Jace. You don't know who she's dating? Yeah. Supposed to text me deets. You don't sound like a great best friend. Anyway, Sritam asks, am I a full-time YouTuber? No, no, I just make YouTube videos for fun and stream for fun, and that's it. don't do this for a living. That'd be fun, but no, I'm a QA analyst for a quality assurance analyst for a technology company. That's what my full-time job is. I just, make YouTube videos and stream video games for fun. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savvy came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly, she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's this manic pixie bike girl. She's got all these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's like, I don't know, classic. Do you think Jace might have done something to her? Because he didn't text me the deets. He did not text me those deets. Jace? Fuck no, he wouldn't hurt her. I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think. Tell me what you think, Azul. Tell me what you think. I think it's no fucking surprise she's gotten into hot water. Why? Because that's how this shit goes. Savvy, listen, I know her, and I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming, she is a dream girl. You damn Skippy. I mean, everybody's kind of in love with her. Everybody wants her time. One night she's with Jace doing political organizing. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. A Cappy shill straight out of Central Casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you'll like this, Neocab. She's getting into his car. Do you know who he was? I only got his first name. Said something like her and her friend Charlie were gonna go talk. Charlie. But she said friend, like, like there was something going on. I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. That tone. Maybe they're actually just friends? I don't know. Maybe. Savvy's the kind of person you spend enough time with her, you kind of don't just want to be friends, Now that. I am her friend and gonna deny my feelings till the end of time, thank you very much. Maybe. I am! Sure. Point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some shit I don't need. Yeah, well, I need a place to sleep, so I need to find her. I just need to know if she's okay. Wish I could help. Well, you could let me in. Can I at least go in and ask around? Nah, you did a nice thing for me, Neocab, but I'm not letting you in. Stance machine isn't your scene anyway. I won't tell him I'm a driver. Hey, you see your car over there? Yeah. Well, so did that camera up there. Second you got out, your ass got scanned, or, well, your face did. There's no way you get in now. Hell, I'll probably have to answer just for talking to you. Is there anything I can do? You should probably just follow the trail of dudes she leaves in her wake. Find someone who gives a shit. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who'd notice she's missing, like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Right, so... Jace, Hot DJ, Capra Charlie. Easier than trying to get any Radix to talk to a death dealer. Fine. It's been great catching up, NeoCab, but I'm on the clock, aren't you? It's been a real pleasure. You're welcome for all the help. Well, we've got some leads. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. Follow the dudes. Jace I knew about, and when had Savvy not been stringing along some DJ? But hopping into a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up. Charlie. He must be the one she was meeting the night she disappeared at that rich person dorm, Kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue is a clue. Alright, Savvy's Queen Radix, everyone is kind of in love with her. 3 boyfriends, Jace, de facto king, DJ, hot edgy guy, and Capra bro, Charlie, what the heck. Alright, I'm really annoyed. Okay, we're down here. What's this star thing mean? 5 stars needed, and let me see some documentation for you while you're at it. Oh. Sam. Well, let's go get Sam. Fellow Neo-Cabbie. I spotted him standing in front of Buzzburger, gawking at the pedestrians like he was in an aquarium. Ah, tourist. Honk. He jumped and flashed a grin like I was Santa driving a sleigh. Hi, are you Lena? I'm Sam. He held out his phone with his ride request as if showing me important documents. Yep, that's me. First time using NeoCab. Oh geez, is it that obvious? You just looked a little starstruck by everything, that's all. I love his I Love Los Ojos shirt. Like a real noob, right? I suppose that's fair. Did he just say noob? Wait, do people still use that word? Yeah, we do. I think the bigger question is, why would you be one? Oh, do I have to tell you? I mean, I know I brought it up, but I like talking to you, and... yeah, it's kind of an unpleasant thing. Always nice to hear Pax enjoys my company, even if he was being a little cagey. Well, that's a lie, but we can talk about whatever you want. Oh my god, look out! There's no one driving that car! I followed his panic, but it was just a standard capper cab buzzing towards us. Dude, seriously. Seriously, dude. Dude, seriously. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've just never seen one in real life before, and seeing a car speeding towards me without anyone driving it, God, it really freaks me out. I can see that. So, what's going on, buddy? You're right, it's my first night back in Los Ojos in a while. Like 15 years. -5 for good behavior. Or exactly 3,413 very long days. I felt like he was searching for the right words. Were you in prison? So much has changed while I was inside. Yep. It's a little overwhelming, to be honest. But I thought a neocab might be a good place to start. Ah, welcome back, I guess. Oh, so, no. Ex-Con's a new one. Never a dull moment here at neocab. 10 years. So in that case, let's just think of you as a time traveler. In the world's worst time machine? Yeah, because I hope that didn't come across as condescending. Sounds good to me. Want me to fill you in on what's happened last decade? Yeah, well, what do you want to know about, buddy? That right there. How'd they get my face? Storefronts lit up with custom window displays as we passed by. The mannequins in dresses imported my face, and the ones in utility pants sported in Sam's pic from his neocab profile. Pulled in, rather. Yeah, as long as you have a pic on some API somewhere, we're all the models now. Alright, I think that's enough of an update for one night. Too much information. It's a lot to take in, yeah. Plus, I'm finally starting to see things I recognize. The city streaming by couldn't have been less familiar to me. The towering skyline, the neon signs fighting for the attention of an empty street. Sam's face had gone soft and dreamy, like he was seeing old friends. Sam's face... same thing. I had a list of stuff I was going to do as soon as I got out. Get a proper haircut and some clothes that weren't orange. And now the thing I've been picturing the most. Walking through her door again for dessert. Is that where we're headed? That's right. I have some cookies to bake. Is this a euphemism? Were you a baker? I wish I was only an amateur. We're headed to my Aunt Cassie's house, though she's not really my aunt. She's just someone special who taught me everything I know. Everyone has to have a thing in prison, you know? The skill you bring to the table so the guys respect you, mine was baking cookies. I don't know how to fix cars, and I had pretty much zero connections. But I could bake cookies. Can't draw to save my life, so no one wanted my stick figures as a tattoo. But I could bake cookies. Are you saying you went over a group of convicts with cookies? Cookies! I know, world's lamest inmate, but it was all I could do, believe me. A lot of guys had never baked anything before. Been baked, never baked. That was my regular joke. Yeah, it's not the worst. Well, I only had 10 years to think it up. He reached into his jacket pocket and unwrapped a perfectly golden cookie. Here, I baked a few this morning to show her how she saved me even when I was inside. I want you to have one. I could see the chocolate chips were dark and just melted enough. The edges looked crisp and the middle looked soft and buttery. Heaven. Cookies. Nope. Cookies! It was chewy and delicious. Oh my god. Do you like it? This is like cookie nirvana. Ooh, take a left. I walked down the street so many times either looking for trouble or trying to get out of some. That's gonna be different now. Cassie's Cookies. What do you think of that name? It's the least I could do after chopping her up into my cookie recipe, but... No, that sounds great. Good, that's a relief. Honestly, the shop is kind of the only thing I have to look forward to right now. His voice buzzed with energy. That and seeing Aunt Cassie, who I totally didn't murder. We're almost there. How do I look? Kind of a dork, but you know. I could see on my navigator that we were close to the address, but I wasn't sure this particular part of Los Ojos had stayed the same all these years. Yeah, look. Damn it, I missed again. How am I screwing? These are really big buttons. I've missed twice. Wait, is this Beaumont Drive? It is. I pulled up to a glow, not the charming porch. It was right here! What's going on? How could things change in 10 years? I'm sorry. The whole Outerlands is condos now? God, it's like a yuppie fever dream. What happened? Progress? Progress is the party line, I think. He repeated my word like it was the first time he'd heard it. Progress. It's gone. She's gone. Do you have her number or anything? I don't even know her last name. God, I must look so pathetic to you. The sweater's not helping. Somewhere else you want to go? Just take me back to prison! Sam kept silent except for loud, shaky breaths. I could feel him willing himself not to cry. Let it out, buddy. The tension was making my stomach hurt. You know, take time, buddy. I could hear him unwrapping more cookies in the backseat. Oh, goody. More cookies. You know what? I need to stop kidding myself. I know where you can take me. The Grackle. Shitty bar, you know it? I don't, but... Sounds like it's not the nicest place. I mean, maybe you could win him over with cookies. Oh, don't worry, I'll fit in. That was what I worried about. Started up the engine and rolled out of the neighborhood with all its ghosts. It's not a drink I'm after, believe me. Been sober going on 11 years now. But I know there will be at least a few familiar faces sitting at the bar. And if Deb still owns the place, she might even let me crash on the break room sofa. The crackle was close. It made sense that it'd have been his regular haunt. I doubted he was the first person to head there after a stint in prison. It's probably not my place to say it, but can I crash on the couch too? I still think Cassie's Cookies is a good idea. All the bakeries in LO are so trendy now. Flavor foam, savory donuts. There's something refreshing about a chocolate chip cookie. Something classic. Well, as a time traveler, I have to say, classic sounds a lot like old. The dive bar loomed in our sight before I could respond. A few gnarly motorcycles and gnarlier looking characters loitered out front. With his choir boy haircut and pristine jeans, something or other. Look, I hate to ask you this, but I wasn't planning on having to pay for a place to sleep tonight. Aunt Cassie had one of those industrial mixers I was going to use for the bakery. Now I have to buy one, but banks don't usually give out loans to ex-cons, you know? What do you need? It's too much, I'm sorry. How much, buddy? Those are really good cookies. Your cookies are amazing, buddy. I know what it's like to need help getting back on your feet. Thank you, Lena. I hope someone shows you a kindness someday, like you have for me. Before I could respond, he hopped out into the night. He was probably just embarrassed, but in this town, it seemed like everyone needed a little extra help. Even a guy who just wanted to bake chocolate chip cookies. Welcome back to the world, Sam. Now, you may think I'm being just utterly altruistic. I'm not. I really just want Cassie's cookies. I'm investing in my own cookie future here. The kindness of strangers is so rare and precious, thank you. Oh, and still got ride fare. Nice. It was well after midnight, and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my feel grid. Green. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Let's push on. Every PAX was a chance to learn the city and earn some coin. Oh, hey, it's, is it Liam? Yeah, he's way over there, though. What is this now? Can't do him because I don't have a high enough star rating. Do we know this guy in the back? Oh, yeah, we haven't picked him up yet, but didn't pick up Klaus and Stella. Buñuel. Well, I mean, we're sitting right here. Oh, this looks like a nice Let me look at some stuff here. Yeah. Actually, all decent rides. I'm curious about this one, so let's go. Yes, the Pax's eyes were dim as he dropped into the back seat. He looked like a bad day come to life, like the goth phase Savvy and I went through. Was that a tattoo on his scalp? I missed it. He was headed to the Fife Street subway station. Could that be right? I didn't know people still took the subway. Hey, why don't I just take you where you're going? Well, that's where you want to go. The gun-on nodded. I pulled into traffic and left him to his mood. I had my own things to stew about. I should have been with Savvy by now, drinking to my new life in Los Ojos. A nice spicy margarita made by a robot, probably. I didn't even know if she was dead or alive. Aganon found my eyes in the rearview mirror. He pulled his lips into a tight, joyless smile. Did he? Lena, right? That's me. Lena, you look about as bad as I feel. Well, I mean, it's only been 2 days, but that's... we'll call it that. It's been a rough week. Oh, I'd say it's been more than a week. Glad to know I'm not alone. Hey, Lou! Oh, definitely not. Life is pain. Pain is life. It's the only constant I find. How's the game going? We'll need to multitask. Oh, game's actually really interesting. It's not much of a game. It's, you know, a narrative adventure. And I'm not sure that my choices have much of an influence at all on the direction of the story, but I like the writing, I like the characters, I like the visuals are interesting, and I like the world it's taken place in, so I'm enjoying it. Alright, let's hear what my advice what you got down. What's the story, buddy? He gazed out the window. It would take too long to tell, besides, it's the feeling that matters. I'd heard a lot of sad stories inside this car, and told a few of them myself, too. Something told me this one was going to be a little... new. Well, this too shall pass, right? Whatever it is, not the end of the world. Being in a bad mood together feels kinda good, doesn't it? It does. He was quiet, but I could almost feel him forming something to say. It was intense. You seem like, He wrung his long fingers in his lap. May I tell you about something very important to me? Sure. Agonon's voice dropped deeper, like he was speaking from inside a cave. You carry me now on my nightly quest to seek the Pain Worm. Is that the name of the subway train? It is called Metawapian, the dark leviathan that roils beneath Los Ojos, feeding. We nourish it, you see, you and I and millions of us, and soon. Ellipsis. Very soon, Metawopian will something, bellowing its cry of infinite something, and it will consume all of our pain. Well, that's good. All of it. gone. Forever. Well, that's great. No pain. Yay! Also, the city will be destroyed. Oh, well, that's less good. Oh. Because I live here. Aganon made a hissing sound. I decided to leave him to his gloomy silence. It was so dark I almost missed the subway station. You're harsh in my groove, Aganon. Look how blue I am. There was only a flickering sign over a dingy stairwell. He seemed like he was waiting for me to say something. Hey, at least we're feeling something, right? If we didn't, the pain worm would starve. Is he gonna throw himself on the tracks in front of a train? In his dark coat, he moved across the street like a shadow and disappeared into the subway tunnel. I think he's going to throw himself in front of a subway train. I wondered what kind of rituals he was going to get into down there. Or maybe he'd just hop a train to the suburbs? Ingenting, cheery fella. No, seriously, the subway train is the pain worm, Agamemnon or whatever, and he's... The pain worm rises. 3 stars? You asshole. Wonder how long I can have these deactivation warnings before the game over's on me. Okay, now let's try not to go to a Capra thing. Okay, that's not a Capra thing. That's good. That's $35. Luisa's home. I can offer you privacy, comfort, green tea, no judgment, and a world-class bed. My brother is a mattress designer. Well, that's nice, but we've only got 52 bucks, so let's try and be a little frugal. Okay, Capra Capsule says it right there, and this is the logo, so that's also Capra Capsule. So All right, so we'll go over here then. Head to the motel. I wasn't sure how much sleep I'd be able to get with everything going on, but when my head hit the pillow in Azteca, I went somewhere else. I was back in Cactus Flats in a room where I'd used to live, floating above all these things I'd owned, all these beautiful little things. Rows and rows of little things, pine cones and seashells. I remember where I'd gotten each one of them, and the joy I felt was so warm, like light inside my whole body. I was so happy to be home. I kept floating, and then I wasn't in my nice room anymore, and there wasn't anything in the room, and I couldn't breathe. I went for the door, and it didn't open. I screamed, and I screamed, and I screamed until all the air was gone, and I knew I was dying. Then I woke up. The advertised 24/7 breakfast was okay, but there were pine cones placed around the trays for decoration. I knew it had to have been a coincidence. Of course it was. Pardon. But the effort to ignore the thoughts that maybe it wasn't just a coincidence, that maybe the hotel was some kind of portal between the dream world and the real world. But then that would mean all I could summon were pine cones. It all just kind of killed my appetite. That's my superpower. I can summon pine cones out of a dream. Ingenting says, I hope it turns out our last customer It turns out he's just a gloomy poser teenager who's mad at his mom for hiding his Sisters of Mercy CDs. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope he doesn't feed the pain worm by throwing himself in front of a subway train. So what do we do during the day is what I'm wondering. Nothing ruins breakfast like pine cones, let me tell you. As will suggested, I tracked down Savvy's boyfriends, DJ named Jace, Techie named Charlie. It was a long shot, but maybe one or both of them took NeoCab? I opened the NeoCab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. Alright. Rise! Here's our pine cones. And some... Okay. I'm enjoying her, journal doodles. Lou says, summoning pine cones? Are we back to Firewatch? I got 34 bucks. Alright, let's try and get some... Oh, hey, we could go back to Stance Machine. Alright. Oh, hey, it's, Ula. Una, right? Una St. Clair. I like her. Alright, we need to... Okay, they're way up. Well, we may as well get some gas and go for Una. Can I actually make it here? Alright. Free glow sticks with fill-up. Well, hell. That's where we're going, then. Gonna get some glow sticks. Yikes, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. A little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge it. Anyway. Each bar sets me back $1.37, but whatever. Alright. Full charge. Back on the road. Ingenting. The pain worm shall rise. Sounds like a really great prog rock conceptual album. Concept album. Alright, anyone new or is it the same people? Okay. Someday, man. Someday, Charlie. Someday I'll be good enough for you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, that's one of her that's Capra Charlie, isn't it? There's Jace, there's the DJ guy, and there's some Charlie dude. I see what you're doing, video game. You're gonna make me play until I get my star rating up high enough to get to the guy who will move the story forward. I see what your game is, game. Alright. Una. Una slides into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on forking reality? Hitting that triple bighorn flush? We really need to get you to a casino. But yes, I've made some progress. Now gathering something, which is why you're heading to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes, they're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. Well, here's hoping they announce it with a... Summoning Pine Cones is the difficult second album. Sounds right. Balloon drop. That would be unexpected indeed. So there are 3 neighborhoods being considered, or maybe I should say, threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. But which one? Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. Not quite. Dread and hope both anticipate an outcome and taint the pure uncertainty. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savvy was feeding her. Feeding her like a pain worm. It felt gross, like she was a vulture for those moments in life when you feel small and helpless. I know what you're thinking. Oh, can you read minds too? You're wondering if you should take Oubliette or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Highly doubtful. Oh, the timeline will branch in 3, 2, 1. Wait for it. My body tensed up. I held my breath. I closed my eyes, which wasn't a good idea while driving. I totally missed the turn onto Isidore Street. There. Did you feel it? Annoying. The literal branching of timelines? No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation, followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Isidore Street. Another down Oubliette. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Una and Lena no ill will. Oh, don't look at me like that. Like what? Like I'm a kooky old lady. Well, you're a kooky old lady with some fabulous hair, so you're in good company. Ooh, damn. Oh, that's a hard one. Like I'm a kooky old lady. You're not kooky, you're not old. Oh, man. Both are backhanded. No! Well, I am neither kooky nor old. In fact, I'd wager I'm one of the most practical people you'll ever meet. You'll ever met? I don't think I'd refer to Una as practical in any timeline. I'm sorry I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians can be annoyingly this way, so I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you actually do? What do you get out of fixing reality? That's a more interesting question, I think. What do you get out of it, fixing reality? It's a fair question. I thought so. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. What do you do? For fun, I fix reality. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover passphrases. Do you ever use those skills for evil? Not personally. Global financial institutions seem to do quite enough evil on their own. I do permit them to pay me, though. No one's hands are clean. This seems to be the case in every timeline. Cool job. Yours isn't bad either. You know, you live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? I do. Each choice is a branch. That other version of you with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate-Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Why aren't I her, and vice versa? Why aren't I her, and vice versa? That's exactly the right question, my dear. I am awesome! Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. Quantum riches, here I come. I could teach you. If If you had access to a 512-qubit quantum compiler, and assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course. I can drive a car, and had 20 hours a week for problem sets. I'll bone up between rides. Don't sound so sarcastic. I learned between shifts at the Cannabis Cafe. Of course, City College was still free back then. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. And Genting, I truly hope like one random passenger you can get is actually just a regular guy going home from work who just do the regular chit-chat about the weather and sports. Yep. I can believe it. I believe! I believe in the 32 qubits. You didn't shrug. You could have shrugged. The way the world branches in the tiniest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Why one and not the other? Was it truly my choice? Could I choose not to choose? I'll probably go with that one. Of course it was. Who else could be in the driver's seat but me? This is my car. Ha! Must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hey, don't do that. Hello? Sorry, zoned out for a second there. I was saying get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other versions of us, the Una and Lena that took Isidore Street. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. Only 32 qubits is ingenting? That's weak sauce. Can barely run Crisis on that. Companionable silence. I'll bet they talked about the weather. That's probable. Quantum statisticians love talking about the weather. Una shuddered. Oh, goodness. It was like a wave passed through her. There. That was it. I'm green, but I don't think I feel anything. I didn't feel anything. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. How do we make decisions? I'm a quantum statistician, not a neurobiologist. Hormones, cosmic rays. Maybe there's some benevolent force unknown to our physics. Not God exactly, just some decider. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They're gonna pass important legislation in the middle of the night. See how it is. We're all fired up, chanting and waving signs in the middle of the night. But the protesters knew, and they were there. It made sense, they were fighting for their homes. I wondered what would happen if Una told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Una perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs and closed her eyes. I wish us all luck. In every timeline. Give me them 5 stars, Una. Oh. Well, crap, I'm gonna lose my job. Tonight's Lena is a fascinating possibility space, not fully manifested. Well, gosh darn it. I'm gonna get fired, Una. You're gonna get me fired. Oh, hey, it's Cookie Man. How's it going, Cookie? It's Fiona again. Anthony, who herds cats. This is a place or a person here, and that's Gideon DeCount. Okay, well, let's go get Sam, see how he's doing. I pulled up to the pin. What was Sam doing around kinfolk? The fences around this place were even higher than Lazo's pen. He was carrying a moving box and talking with a guy I could barely see. Guess that was Lucas? Whoever he was, I was getting some serious deja vu from him. Still, I was glad to see Sam out and about. Moving company wasn't the same thing as a dream bakery, but hey, it was a job. Well, he got a job in a day? That's not bad at all, alright. Hope to be able to Nah. Hope you got your mixer muddy. Hey there, know where I could get a good cookie around here? No. Oh, someone's a grumpy Gus. Maybe his plan wasn't going so well. Oh, damn it, Luke. No way, the jerk who ralphed in my back seat. Did he not remember me? No, it's because he's drunk again. Here, dude, let me at least hold the box for you. Yeah, because if you're gonna puke, into the box. There was an unmistakable sound of rattling glass and an eerie music box melody blinked from inside. Sounded like Sam's job wasn't going so great. Does she know where to go? Have you been, Sam? Really? Let me ask you something, Lena. Is it neocab policy to always refer to the rider by name? How could he not remember? It's inappropriate. I mean, come on, this is exactly why people prefer driverless. He tapped away on his phone and I spotted a huge Capra sticker on the case. I am going to run you over someday, Luke. Besides, his name is Logan. This guy was more wasted than I thought. Pax this drunk were always whatever. Well, either way, I was talking to him. So, Sam, what's new? It was petty to stick to my guns with the drunk Pax, but I had my dignity to think about. I am so gonna get fired. Before you answer, Logan, let me just admit it. His night's been shitty, and that's my fault. It's nobody's fault, but I really appreciate what you're doing for me here. Dude, it's the least I could do. The absolute very least. I can't believe I broke Cassie's fucking music box. Oh my gosh, did you find Cassie? Wait, you know about Cassie too? Is your app spying on me or something? Look, I'm just trying to talk to Sam. Logan. Cassie is still missing. His voice was so miserable that even drunky Capra face kept quiet. Hang on, Aunt Cassie was missing? Didn't he find her new place? It's only been a day, Lena. So, driver, I'm gonna tell you what happened tonight. And you tell me how I can make it right with our friend here. No, no, really, it's fine. No, Cassie was your daughter, dude. Yep, my daughter, Aunt Cassie. I mean, she is. She still is, man. Something felt off here. Okay, so either Sam was completely lying to us, but he wasn't lying about them delicious cookies. Is this game doing for Uber drivers what Death Stranding was doing for Amazon delivery people? No, no, no. Yeah, Trilink, sorry. No, I'm talking about my little Neo Cab job here, because my star rating is crap. Nope. So far as I know, my real life job is fine and not in any more danger than it's ever been. So, all right. Well, let's not feed him. What happened? It's not easy to talk about. I was just bringing this music box home from getting its annual cleaning, and unfortunately there was an accident. Oh, did someone barf on it? Yeah, I totally smashed, and I was totally smashed and totally smashed it. It was your Aunt Cassie's? His daughter Cassie. Seriously, driver, if you're on something, just pull over right now. I just like needling you, buddy. They both went quiet, my head spun. Sam had definitely told me about his Aunt Cassie, but since when did he have a daughter? Something was up. What happened to all that what about the cookies, buddy? I gave you 20 bucks. Watch out! What? What is it? I thought I saw a deer. A deer? Yeah. They're out there. That's one way to change the subject. Dude, I gave you 20 bucks. You have to make cookies now. I don't care if you bought them and you just gave me a cookie or whatever, but anyway. But you have a sudden sneezing fit, perform some magic tricks? It's true, I saw one once. Yep, deer, they're out there, man. At the farmer's market on, Did he just fall asleep? For the moment. You don't want to know how many whiskey bombs he downed earlier. Bombs, plural? I cringed for my floor mats. What's up, Sam? What happened to the cookies, Sam? Keep your voice down! Spill it, or I'll do enough donuts to make sure your friend spills all over you. Look, Lena, I didn't mean to get in your car again, but now I'm in a tight spot. You bet your ass you are. If you're not going into the cookie business, then you give me my 20 bucks back. I've been working this guy all night, and he is not a sparkling conversationalist. You understand? I'm sorry about this, but just play along and I'll split the money with you, okay? Oh, you're scamming this guy? That's fair enough. Great, I'd been conned by cookies. Now I was expecting the... Alright, I'll play along. We can scam the guy who puked in my car and gave me a 1-star rating. I feel like I'm going to get a migraine any second now. Are we there yet? If I wasn't in trouble, we could have taken a company car, but no. Now I gotta help this guy out before I get a little too tipsy-whipsy. Gosh, people are just too nice in this city. How much was he gonna get out of this guy? Because I want half. Look, I appreciate you making sure I get home, okay? But it's not necessary. I know it was an accident, so let's just call it even. No way, dude, I told you I'd make it right. Well... Sam's voice cracked, and for a second I almost felt for him. What if you made a donation to the foundation in her name? Buddy. Yes. How? I have my phone to set up to take donations. There it was, a mugging happening in my car. The victim just didn't know it yet. Nah, this guy puked in my car and gave me a 1-star rating. I'm just gonna let it happen. What's so funny? Oh, nothing, just a billboard we drove by. Sam handed over his phone as Luke stared into space. Just scan your coin code and put in the amount. Wow, this guy really had no idea that he was about to rob himself. How much donating? Why, do you want to match it? You totally should. Oh, that's really not necessary. It most definitely was not. No way I was letting Sam near my money. Never mind. What difference did any of it make? This capper shill would wake up tomorrow thinking he'd helped some bereaved father and saved a few dolphins while he was at it. Unless he ran into Sam Logan again like I did, he'd never even know he was robbed. I pulled up to the drop-off, which, for all I knew, may have actually been Sam's house. I'll get out here, too. Kinda need to walk it off, if you know what I mean. Yeah, thanks for not barfing in my car this time, buddy. Can't thank you enough for your kindness. If Cassie were here... He actually choked up as he said this. Eye roll. I wonder what he thought of to make the tears real. Had there ever been a Cassie and her daughter in his heart? She will be, buddy. I know it. He hopped out of the car with a hiccup. At least I didn't have to clean up anything this time. Now it was just me and Sam, alone again. I locked him in. Sam, you and I are gonna have to talk. Gonna have words, Sam. Look, I know I messed up. Let me give you some of this money. 60? You know, if there was an option, just give me my 20 back, but yeah, damn right. I could practically feel the soft, comfy bed I'd be able to afford tonight. Sending it over, done. Thanks. All this lying and stealing must keep you up at night. I sleep as well as anyone in Los Ojos. It's like the fact that the health code says a certain number of insect parts are allowed in our food. You're making your case by comparing yourself to roach legs? No, I'm saying we all probably eat a toddler's weight in roach legs in our lifetimes. That's a cheery thought. What's the harm in letting people think they're just chocolate sprinkles? With that little gem, he hopped out and walked right past the place where we'd stopped, disappearing into the shadows between the houses. I took a breath and noticed the telltale flicker of screens inside most of the windows. Whatever story got you through the days, I guess. Alright, well, we made our money back, but I don't know if that's really helped our rating. Oh, come on. That's not even, you jackass. I am so gonna get fired. You have 3 rides left to bring your rating above 4 stars. Pro tip, get to know your pet. I am bad at this game, so very, very bad. But I got money, so, you know. It was well after midnight and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my feel grid. Violet. I had it in me to push on for one more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. Lou likes the roach legs crispy. Let's push on. Try to get our damn rating up. Liam! We can count on you, buddy, right? Oh, hey! Aganon is still alive! That's good. Good for Aganon. Okay, let's get Liam here. We haven't seen him in a while. Liam waved to me before he got in the car. He looked excited to see me. Well, you should. I'm awesome. I winked back to see if I could get a laugh. It seemed to work. He laughed at me. Hey, Lena. Wow, what are the odds we'd see each other again? I'm the only neocab in the city, so probably not bad. Of all the neocabs in all of Los Ojos. Let's see. With that kind of money, says Ingenting, you don't need no cab job. Just join up with Sam and start scamming. That's right. He gets into mine. Fate. How you been, Lena? Honestly, kind of rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Anything in particular? Lou says it's good for the pain worm, you mean? It needs feeding. Well, there's something going on with my friend. Maybe you know her or someone she knows? Can't really get in touch and it's stressing me out. She's been flaking on me a lot. I can't stand that. Oh god, same, but I know she's got a lot going on. It's fine, mostly. So what about you? Wait, you've got one of those things on your arm. No way. Yeah, feel grid. The feel grid trademark. Wow. Yeah, actually Savvy gave it to me. Huh, interesting. How do you feel about it? Well, I feel kind of red right now. Honestly, it's kind of weird. It like limits my dialogue choices, so. I know, right? I find it so bizarre, just as a concept, putting your emotions on display. Doesn't it make you uncomfortable? And it keeps me grounded. It's nice to look at something that says, this is what I am feeling. It reminds me that what I'm going through is real, but also that it can change. Yeah, I need to stop. Stop what? The car? Being all thinky, dissecting stuff. Why? It's the worst. I've been trying to stay out of the heavier side of LO, but... Lena, not to bring the room down, or the car, I guess, but can I ask you something? Did somebody puke back here last night, or anything? Do you know anything about, Sophie Lemieux? The late Sophie Lemieux? Would that be the Sophie that the car crashing into a crowd of people is referring to? I would assume? That she was a ballerina, that she was hit by a car. Named naming a law after, and that Capra's trying to pass a law with her name on it. See, I'm paying attention to what's going on in the game. Well, after I left you the other night, I went out to take some pictures and stumbled onto this massive crowd of people. Was it the ones beating up Azul's bike? It was a vigil for Sophie. Big deal, lots of mourners. Some people had signs about cars or Capra or whatever. There was this portrait of her, full ballet pose, Arabesque, surrounded by flowers, people crying, chanting about change. That sounds beautiful. Totally, in a sad way, but what was really especially striking aesthetics-wise was the whole scene was bathed in this blue glow, and it was coming off of people's wrists, feel grids. And are they really that popular here? Well, Aunt Savvy, well, she did. Well, it's not. She has a feel grid necklace. She's an open book emotionally, and a mystery in every other way. Well, at the vigil, feel grids were everywhere. I got some interesting shots, but it was so strange taking a photo with only one possible interpretation. It's just, here are some sad people. You know they are sad because they are blue. It's a good point. It's weird, you know? Yeah. But it's not that simple. There are different kinds of sad. We can't read the feeling exactly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Either way, it was really striking. Mostly blues, some reds here and there, greens and yellows too. What do those mean? Greens and yellow, calm, relaxed, positive. Chill, happy. But see, that's the problem, right? If I show up at a funeral and my feel grid says I'm stoked. Maybe you're the murderer. Yeah. Maybe you're just enjoying happy memories. Probably, sure. But there's so much room for error, misinterpretation. I keep picturing the Mona Lisa. 500 years of that unreadable smile until you slap a feel grid on it. I'm a bit scrambled up about the whole thing. So you're not in the market for one then? At least the look is interesting, and I almost got a free one. Hey, Liam, has anyone told you about the pain worm? Is it a sponsorship? Are you an influencer? Working on it. How's it going? I take a lot of pretty pictures. I'm told that's the first step. But anyhow, I'm at the vigil, yeah? Everything's blue. It's dreamlike, mournful. But then I look across the street and there's this whole gang, right? Not a feel grid in the pack. It's a dark zone. I go over there to check them out, and they say they're this group called Radix. It's all coming together now. The word hit me like a gut punch. Maybe I could get some intel if I played this right. Oh, probably not. I don't play this right at all. Oh, I know about Radix. Well, they were actually something at Sophie Lemire's vigil. Ingenting says, honestly, I'm going to leave here. Kind of need to play this myself. I feel really digging what I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm really, yeah, we're gonna, once this night is over, we're gonna call it for today, but, yeah, I plan to, play through this game. I'm enjoying it, so, yeah. Tacky, interesting, clever, oh god, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Interesting. Yeah, they were saying the law is a cheap half measure, gives Capra more power, doesn't save any lives. Anyway, I showed them the photos I took of the blue glow. And they said none of those people had field grids when they showed up. Apparently 2 hours earlier, some Capra reps showed up and started handing them out, free of charge. Really? Radix swore up and down that's how it happened. Yeah, I guess my question is why? Because it puts on a show. Free advertising. And then I take pictures of it and I share it with the world. Makes me feel a little complicit. Duped, skeeved corporate. Yeah, exactly. Yep, that tends to be Capra's thing. I know, I'm more than familiar. That's something I maybe should have told you the other day when I got weird. When you got weird? Do you work for Capra? It's like Crazy Taxi, but without the speeding. I worked for a big Capra adjacent company when I was still in the UK. I got the job really young, working in immersive tech and AI, and loved it. Let me be creative, and I felt like I was changing things. So we got big. We got big because we were good, but then you lose yourself, don't ya? Don't ya? How do you mean? More and more I was balancing creativity, my actual work, with corporate ethics. Gross. It was. We just kept working with the worst people, saying yes to more funding regardless of where it came from. To make myself feel better, I joined all these initiatives for change, for diversity, helping the right kinds of communities and people. I took so much on, and so did lots of us, but it was just impossible. What's the phrase? Money talks definitely talked louder than we did. So you left the job? I did. For at least this year. They were pretty clear they'd like me back at the end. Will you go? I don't know. I guess maybe this trip is a test to just see if I can turn my brain off. Be a tourist, not an activist. Just watch all the Capra stuff happen and let it float by. Just let everything float by. No agonizing over morals, no fighting, just observing. Where do you feel you're at, Liam? Doing my best to remain impartial on everything turns out to be a lot of work. I mean, just look at me. I'm lost right now. I took a really good picture of an important LO moment of people experiencing something profound. It might be one of my best. But I can't decide. I used to do nothing but decide. And now I can't even say if a photo I took is real. I knew the feeling. Was anything real in Los Ojos? Was the pain worm real? Of course it's real! It's still real people experiencing something real. I have a feel grid. My feelings are still legitimate. Real people, real moment. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, obviously don't take your eyes off the road, but... do you think I could send you the picture? You can tell me what you think? I want to share it. I think it's important, but I'd sort of love your thoughts. Be my moral compass. Yeah, send away. Thanks. Just don't accidentally send me a picture of your dick or anything. And sorry if I'm being a downer. People come to LO for the lights and sights, you know. And I end up getting right back into the muck. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I expected a lot more hanging out in nightclubs and a lot less everything else. I pulled up to Liam's hotel again. It was hard not to feel a pang of jealousy. Having a decent place to sleep felt like it was part of another timeline for me. And it may have been. And here we are. Cool. Thanks for listening to me rant, Lena. And for looking at the photo for me. Well, I haven't seen it yet, but you know. Anytime, friend. See you in texts. He was already scrolling through his camera as he walked in. Did the fate of a de facto Capra ad campaign lay in my hands, mixed with the fate of a photo that could sway the Sophie's Law vote? Nah. Liam, buddy, I can't tell if you came to the exact right person or the exact wrong one. Yay! 2 for 2 on positive interactions with Lena. Woot! Past tunes. Hello. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this. Okay, we're above our threshold. We're not getting fired tonight. And we've got some cash. A little low on battery. Oh man, everything near me is Capra. Alright, so we will get gas. 132 a bar, 90... Oh, hey, it's cheaper here. Let's head over here. X, a little low when I didn't know when I'd be able to charge up again. That reads weird to me. Oh, this is a Capra facility. Gosh darn it. Pretty sweet deal. Full charge. Alright, back to my Crasher app. We could, but why would we? What's the difference? Not much. So let's head down here. Let's crash at Lucia's, or Louisa rather, because we've got the money to do it. So what the heck? We deserve it. Todos son bienvenidos aquí. It was a stretch to afford Luisa's place, but when she showed me my bed, all of my concerns melted away. Smart gel foam latex hybrid mat. Okay, could this be real? I couldn't help it. Tears welled up in my eyes. Thank her profusely. Louisa came back to the room with a mug of green tea. For me. Long day, she asked. Do you want to talk? Lou says, I remember when this was first shown at E3 PC show and I thought it looked good. Definitely want to play it myself now. You're doing a good job as an influencer, Andrew. Yay, me! Yeah, I believe I did see this, first demoed at the PC show, and I thought it was an interesting premise. Drive a cab around, talking to interesting people, trying to figure out what the hell happened to your roomie. I actually did. I played the demo of this, I think, like a year ago on the Switch. So I played the demo, which is like the first two or three. So you get to Los Ojos. I think it plays up to where Savvy goes missing. So yeah, again. It's one of those games where you could make an argument for it not actually being a game. There's not a lot of game elements, but I really... So it may not be a game, but I am very much enjoying what it is. Yeah, let's talk. So we did, about Savvy, about all of it, and she listened. But did she have fabulous hair like most other characters in this game? Every sentence made me feel lighter. Like all of my troubles were bouncing away on thermo-regulated buckwheat springs. Then I slept, clean and dreamless, and I woke up the instant the alarm went off. I felt more than relaxed or rested. I felt like I'd just scored the winning point and landed the jump and nailed the high note all at once. Nice. And I mispronounced bienvenidos. What a mattress. Now that I actually look at what the word is. I got back in the car. Honestly, if I could critique this game, and I can... that's an option. Really the only thing that... Hang on a second. I felt rested, but a little groggy, like my mind was wrapped in a synth-felt blanket. At least my feel grid was chillin' in the green. My fourth night in Los Ojos. Is this my life now? Making just enough coin to scrape by, never seeing the sun, on an endless search for my friend? It was starting to feel surreal, like the moment the camera pans to the dark figure laughing in the doorway, and you just know, oh, she's doomed. I still needed to have a chat with Savvy's supposed boy toy Charlie, the one Azul told me about, and a PAX matching his description was floating around my map like a pin from the angels. Unfortunately, my star rating sucks, so... But it's getting better. I just needed to get my rating back up to 5 stars if I was going to pick them up. That's the game saying, okay, in case you didn't already pick up on this, this is what you need to do to get the story to move forward. Step 1, stop sucking so hard. So, one of my questions about this game is, what does she do during the day? I mean, I don't get the sense that she's out until, like, literally 4 in the morning. Like, I think she's pushing after midnight with her rides, but, you know, she goes to a hotel, maybe gets there at 2 or 3 in the morning, and then, I mean, even if she sleeps till noon, even if she sleeps till 2 in the afternoon, I mean, let's say she's out until 6 in the morning, and then she sleeps till 2 in the afternoon. What is she doing all day? That doesn't matter at all. I'm just curious, from when she gets up at wherever she's spending the night to when she starts her shift. Maybe this is... It's California, though, right? Los Ojos. I don't know where this is supposed to be. Maybe it's Alaska, and it's just always friggin' dark. Who knows? Hey, Liam! Let's see that photo. Hey, Lena. Thanks again for the ride. Great talking to you. Here's the picture I took at the Sophie Vigil. Do I post? Yes, no, circle 1. Honestly, Liam, I'm thinking no. I don't think that's a very good shot because it's not clear what I'm looking at. I mean, you should have the actual memorial itself in the frame because otherwise it's just a bunch of blue people. I would hold off for now. It's a great picture, but the whole handing out field grids makes it feel like a setup. Influencer bait! Oh my god, that's totally what it is, for sure. Have a great night. You too. Alright, let's check our journal here. Rise, painworm! Rip Sophie. It should have been Capra. Yeah. Okay. So, boop. Okay. So that's where we're going to call it for today. I hope my game actually saved. Um, does it go right? Okay, yeah, it does. All right, so that's where we're going to call it for the day. I actually got a couple people in the chat saying, "Hey, this actually looks really cool. I should check this out." So I'm glad I introduced some of you to a neat little game. I'm quite happy with it too. I think I'll play it a bit more throughout the week when I find time. So, oh, hiccups. Thanks everyone for hanging out this afternoon. Hope you had fun. I did, and I will see you another time. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.